Everything okay? You can hear me okay? Game is okay. Game sound okay. Me okay? Me loud enough? Me not loud enough. Me too loud? Me too quiet? Mic further away? Closer? Everything okay? Everything good? Nothing bad? Maybe a little louder. Okay. Whoa. Is that better? Is that too loud? Too quiet? How are we? There? Better. Good. Just good? Does it need to be louder? Am I talking at an okay volume? What was going on? I can move Greg over here. You gotta sit. Over here, big. Oh. Yay. Good. Okay. Okay. Right. So we have to figure out who murdered Chihiro in this wonderful, wonderful way. Well, we know who did it. It's a little quiet for me. Every tiny bit is always too loud. Right. Hold on then. I will listen myself. Apparently you're getting used. Go. Hello. Oh. Hello, hello. Hee hee hoo hoo. Okay. I know it's okay for you. I'm trying to test it for me. I'm listening myself. I think it's okay. I think. I'm assuming it's okay. It's fine for me. Everything's okay. Right. We know who apparently, okay, I'm gonna say allegedly. We know who allegedly murdered Chihiro, which is Genocide Jack. I think it might not be. I think it's a copycat myself. Because, like, if we had a serial killer in our midst that was like this, I think we would have known by now, you know? So, allegedly, Genocide Jack did the murdering. Allegedly. So we'll find that out today. The word bloodlust is written on the wall in blood. What's the meaning behind it? Bloodlust. I don't know. I could feel the life draining out of my own body. It's a dead body. Chihiro's dead body.
Very strange.
But the more I look, the more strange it all seems. This must be Genocide Jack's handiwork. Well, but
What?
we're still not sure he did it. Is that what you want to say? I wonder about that. Okay. There's a dumbbell on the floor and this is a bloodstain. There's a bloodstain on the dumbbell. The Monaco file said a blow to the head with a blunt object is what killed her. Does this mean this dumbbell was actually the murder weapon?
That's right.
I don't imagine it could have been anything else. Has this game reset itself? Hold on. Like, I'm getting IT deafened. No, it hasn't. It's just fucking loud. I swear I turned. Hold this down. Up head. Oh, it is all the way down. Voice volume's all the way up because I was like, why are you so loud? Oh, is it this? Hold on. Might be my headphones. My headphone. The stain on the floor. There's a fresh blood stain on the carpet. It must have been splattered with blood during the murder. Oh, respecting the lesbians in here, I see. The poster's got blood on it. It must have happened during the murder. Lesbian representation having the naked woman in here and the boys' bathroom. Bathroom? Locker room? Nah. I look at the like frame. No, I don't want Sakura. Can't look at the frame. Hello, Sakura. I use this locker room all the time. Now it's become the site of Chihiro's death. But why was she killed in the locker room? Actually, if you think about it, she could have been killed somewhere else and then carried here. Degen pickies. Yeah, for the lesbians. This school is lesbian inclusive, you know? She was very light, that is true. It wouldn't be hard for someone to carry her, but still.
Well,
I still think she came here on her own, by choice. What makes you say that? She's been talking a lot lately about how she wanted to get stronger. So you're saying she came here to exercise? But according to the Monokuma file, apparently she was killed around 2 in the morning. Would she really have been exercising that late?
perhaps.
Hina or myself are usually in the locker room during the day, so she probably avoided it then. Avoiding it? Although we invited her to join us more than once, she never showed up. So I can only assume she was trying to avoid us. And instead she came to exercise in the middle of the night?
However,
Perhaps, but it's difficult for me to imagine she would come alone. She did want to start exercising, but she specifically mentioned she couldn't do it by herself. She needed support from others. So you're saying she could have come here come here in the middle of the night to train in secret, but that she also would have come with someone else? It's a possibility, I think. Thank you, Sakura. Mondo. Dude, I had a real complex about being weak. You hear Chihiro talk about it, right? Or I need to get stronger. Yeah, I do remember she said that more than once. Sure did, which I guess explains the trip down here. But did she really need to get stronger that badly? You already mentioned it, but she was a girl after all. Most girls aren't that strong. Oh! Okay. 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 I don't know, man. I haven't really thought about that stuff. The cause of Chirihiro's complex. I can't help wondering why it might be. She wanted to get fucking big. She could beat the shit out of everybody. Mondo's account has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handybook. Thank you, Mondo. Now I believe it's about time for us to move on. Ah, already?
What?
New clues won't magically appear by standing around here. We need to check every aspect of this case. That's true, but
Let's go.
if you're satisfied, let's hurry up and proceed. He's so pushy. I got caught up with the wrong person this time. So this is our next location. Huh? This place is related to the investigation? Figure it out yourself. It's no fun if you don't, right? Maybe this gun was used here. No, impossible. If that were true, Chihiro would be riddled with holes. Maybe she wouldn't go for a swim? There's a bunch of different pool-related items on the shelf, but have nothing to do with the case. That's not even the scene of the crime, idiot. Yeah, but you'd go in, because it's part. A flotation donut. I don't think it's related to what happened to Chihiro. You don't know. If I remember right, this card reader is meant to work with our handboats, right?
What?
Do you have an issue with it? If so, you should take it up with Monokuma. He said that, then quickly and sharply clapped his hands together.
Did you call for me?
You called for me? Has he been domesticated?
That's right.
It seems that Makoto has a question for you.
You need something?
Sure, what's up? Well, it's about this card reader.
Yep.
Yes, the card readers have all been designed to interface with each of your e-handbooks. You can only enter the locker room corresponding to the gender listed in your individual handbook.
And it's impossible for 2 people in a row to go through while the door is unlocked, correct?
If there was some sort of erotic terrorism on the prowl, the ceiling-mounting Gatling gun would initiate a Swiss cheese slaughter.
And the school regulations prohibit anyone from leading someone else. Leading? Lending. Thank you. Lending someone else their handbooks, correct?
Of course.
Correct.
So then, that means only the girls can go in the girls' locker room and the boys can go in the boys' locker room. We knew this. In other words, Chihiro's body being found in the girls' locker room means... Hey, Makoto, I can see right through you. See right through me. My problem is not the way that you think. Yeah, that's a home team song for anyone who doesn't know. See right through me. Allow me to tell you what you are thinking. Since Shiro was found in the girls' locker room, the killer must have been able to get in there.
So, in other words,
As such, the killer must be one of the girls. Did I get that right?
such ignorance.
Good lord, you're simple. But am I wrong? You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been put in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine.
I would expect nothing less from the prodigal son of the noble Togami family. So you managed to sniff out the loophole in the regulations.
Knowing you, I would bet you created it on purpose, didn't you? To add a little more excitement to things.
You're treating me like a puny little appetizer instead of the main course that I am. Now then, since the dead can't actually talk, they're not people anymore, they're things.
Yep.
Get it? Got it. Good.
Wait, hold on. You're saying that's a loophole, but in order to borrow something from someone, then that means someone would have to loan it. So,
Why you?
So sleepy. Just listening to you makes me want to pass out. Be more like Byakuya and get your poop together. Or else I charge you with criminal negligence. No more questions. Figure out the rest in your damn self.
That's fine.
well, I know you are unfortunately lacking in mental facilities, so I'll fill you in myself. Let's head out to the main hall. The main hall? That'll help you understand what's going on. Card reader is added to the truth bullet section of your handy book. We came to the main hall. So, what are we looking for here? ... Does that mean I have to figure it out myself? Well, it isn't going to be the door. What is in here then? There's a mailbox here. Could there be something inside? I've checked this religiously. Every free time. Those were never in there. Do not give me that bullshit. It's an e-handbook. No, wait, there's 3 of them. But what are they doing here? So you found... You finally found them. Huh? Did you know these were here? Back here? I happened to find them by chance myself the other day. It seemed there's a system in place where the handbooks of dead students get delivered to this mailbox. So then these 3 handbooks belong to Junko, Leon, and Sayaka. You can go ahead and confirm it yourself. I mean, he turned on one of the handbooks, and when I did... Oh, of course. She haunts me still. She's been dead for like 3 days, and she's still haunting me. You're right, this is Sayaka's handbook. Now, do you understand? This is the key to the loophole that I revealed earlier. Yeah, I feel like I'm starting to get it. You should pay closer attention to the regulations. The answer has been in front of you the entire time. Loaning your e-handbook to another student is strictly prohibited. Only the act of loaning a handbook is prohibited. Borrowing someone else's is perfectly fine. I see. Yeah, now I understand. Main hall e-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handy book.
What?
Hold on a second. What's wrong?
Very strange.
That's strange. One of the handbooks won't turn on. It's broken. Whose is it? The other handbook shows Junko's name when it started up. And the other one won't turn on must be Leon's, right? Ugh! Leon! My husband! Probably because he got fucking obliterated with 1,000 fucking high-speed baseballs getting twatted at his body.
I see.
It would make sense, yes. After all, he did get pummeled with dozens and dozens of baseballs. Pummeled with baseballs. Oh, don't make me rewatch this! The memory of it came flooding back. That cruel punishment led to Leon's death. I miss my husband. I miss my wife, Tails. I miss my wife. Execution that the mastermind couldn't. Cruel, heartless death. You're right, it wouldn't be a surprise for the handbook to break during that kind of assault.
Damn it!
Pop, I was then taking a drink, you cunt.
Hey, hey! Hey, 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 hey! Hey!
What?
That e-handbook is essential to student life, a crucial, integral, instrumental, and super big deal. There's no way it would break that easily.
But it did.
That's impossible!
If I say it wouldn't break, it wouldn't frickin' break. It can withstand up to 10 tons of pressure, and is waterproof up to 100 meters, okay? I don't care how many baseballs you hit it with, it won't do crap. Oh, but, even my amazing handbook does have one single weak point.
It does?
I can't hear you!
But it's a secret. I wouldn't want you to go breaking any more handbooks.
What?
Then Leo must have broken it somehow without realizing what its weakness, right?
Hard to say. You know what? I think his handbook isn't actually broken.
What?
But you might ask, how could that be?
Leaving the question hanging in the air, Monokuma disappeared because he's a dickhead. What just happened? Monokuma said it's not broken, but it's an undeniable fact that it's not turning on.
That's fine.
Well, I don't see any connection to the case, so it doesn't matter for now. You think so? Either way, something about it still bothers me. Broken e-handbook has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. My handbook, their handbook, 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 handbook. Okay then, this should be enough to get things rolling. Let's begin our investigation in earnest and track down the true culprit. Yeah, we need to find out who killed Chirihiro. To be exact, not quite. Huh? Not quite. Okay, weirdo. Let's go. Hold on, there's still more waiting to be checked. Where? In there? There's a mailbox inside the handbooks. I assume that, yeah. Looks like the handbooks. Their students are brought here as a mailbox somehow. Only lending. Yeah, okay. The fact that Leon's handbook won't turn on. Monokuma said Leon's handbook isn't broken, but it won't turn on. That much is certain. It really isn't related to the case either way. Something about it still bothers me. Do I have to talk to you? What do you mean by that, Byakuya? To be exact, not quite. Certainly, I want to reveal Chirihiro's killer, but more precisely, I want to discover the true identity of Genocide Jack. Then you really think... You truly believe Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chirihiro?
Don't make me repeat.
Absolutely, I have no doubt that Genocide Jack is the culprit in this case. Just because you're all hoity-toity, motherfucker. That murderous feed is Genocide Jack, right?
What?
There's nobody else it could be. A murderous fiend who kills again and again using bizarre and brutal methods. They're like a ghost attacking suddenly and then slipping away before the police can catch up to them. Or maybe it's a copycat because we talked about Genocide Jack previously. So it might just be somebody being like, oh, Genocide Jack, oh, when it's not actually them. It's just like somebody else pretending. You know what I mean? I know what I mean. I get what I mean. And what a nickname did the what a nickname. And what nickname did the internet give to this mysterious serial killer? If I could say that in the words. Genocide Jack. They say he's killed thousands of people, but that's gotta be an urban legend. Still, could one of us really be a demented psychotic killer like that? You're not wrong to wonder. But words mean little right now. I have something that will prove it, and I can show you. Come on then, motherfucker. What do you mean by that back here? Oh, okay, yeah, we spoke about this. Yep.
Don't make me repeat myself.
And I have a basis to believe that. I assure you, Genocide Jack is one of us. Is there really proof? There's somewhere I'd like to take you. This will provide all the evidence you need.
It's all clear.
Evidence that Genocide Jack is the one that killed Chirihiro. Evidence? Does something like that really... hey you two. I don't know who this is, so I'm not doing this. Oh, Sina. Big trouble. Need your help.
I don't have time to play with
We're
you.
busy. Leave us alone.
I mean...
But it's an emergency. Emergency! Come on, please. You gotta help me. What is it, Hida?
Please!
This is a serious emergency. Please, please, you gotta help me. Just calm down, okay, you know?
Cause, I mean...
But, it's an emergency. An emergency? What happened?
Well...
Something's wrong with Toko. She's acting super strange. Well, I mean, she was acting pretty strange earlier, right? What do we do back here?
Very strange.
Is this Toko? I must admit I'm intrigued. I suppose we can take a second to see what's going on with her. Are you sure?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay. I won't. I didn't expect that. I thought for sure he'd just say no and that would be the end of it.
Yeah!
Okay, come on, hurry. Wait for us, Hina.
Let's go.
Looks like she's heading to the dorms, to Toko's room, most likely. You're right. You guys are too slow. I think you're just too fast. So, what's this emergency?
So,
Well, after what happened in the girls' locker room, we left Toko in her room so she could lay down. After a while, we came back to check on her, you know, see how she was doing, but when we did, it was weird. She refused to come out, and she kept saying all this weird stuff. Weird stuff.
That's fine.
We should try talking to her ourselves. Yeah, idea. Toko! May as well give it a shot. The door swung open slowly and silently. Oh, bitch ain't well. Holy crap. An aura of negativity flowed out from behind the door, forcing a gasp out of me.
What? Oh, nothing. It's just that, Hina was really worried about you, holding yourself up in your room.
leave me alone.
Yeah, sure thing. But, could you open up, just for a second?
Won't allow it.
Huh?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control.
Just at that, she slammed the door in my face. Oh. What was that? She's been acting like that the whole time. When I rang a little while ago. I'll drive out the killer. Drive out the murderous fiend. It doesn't make any sense, right? What's your theory for this case? I don't think it's Genocide Jack. Whoever they may be. I'm assuming it's Toko because of what she said. I think, because they talked about Genocide Jack previously, I'm assuming somebody is being like, oh, I'll just frame it on Genocide Jack. Like the killing on Genocide Jack, and then I'll get away with it. I doubt it was actually Genocide Jack, who I'm assuming is Toko, after what she said. Who did it. Because that's like too easy. It's too in your face. So I'm assuming somebody else did it and is framing Genocide Jack for it. Without actually knowing that Genocide Jack is in here. I think. Maybe. I don't know. We'll find out. I might be completely wrong, and it might actually be Genocide Jack, and I've just talked out my ass. We'll find out. I was afraid to leave her in there alone, so I tried to bust down her door, but it felt like something was holding it shut on the other side. Couldn't even budge it. Toko was scared enough to even bar her door. Does she think the same thing as Byakuya? Does she think the serial killer Genocide Jack really murdered Chihiro? Did you not hear what she said? I won't let Genocide Jack take control. Makoto, please use your fucking ear holes and your brain. I'm assuming that's her. Her and Jack are one and the same, I'm assuming. Because I'm not stupid. And I understand words. Is that why Toko's so scared? Whatever it is, I'm really worried about her. Any ideas on who the culprit is? No. not a clue, really. I haven't looked at the evidence we've got. Somebody bashed her over the head with one of the dumbbells. They're gonna have to be on the stronger side, I'm assuming. So, like, obviously you got Sakura, you got Hina, you've got Aka, you've got Mondo. Who else is strong? Not Hifumi. Not Byakuya. That man's skin and bones. Is that it? Not Celeste. And like I said, I don't think it's Togo. So it's one of those four, I think, maybe. To be able to twat somebody, pick it up and twat them with a dumbbell. Like, it's not even like a light dumbbell by the looks of it. It like had all the weights on it and shit. So I'm assuming it's one of the stronger people. It was in the girls' bathroom. Bathroom? Locker room. Not a bathroom. So, but then we learnt that obviously people's e-handbooks are in the mailbox. So it didn't have to be a girl. It could have been one of the boys. I don't know. It's one of those four, I think. I don't know why any of them would do it. And I don't have any motive for them, so I couldn't specify which one it would be. Isn't there anyone who might be able to persuade her? Yeah, he's right fucking there. Hi, Byakuya. Go get your wife. Hey, Byakuya. Think you could talk to her? I have a room. I mean...
That's fine.
Sure, whatever. Huh? You're gonna talk to her, Byakuya? Wow, I guess you can be nice when you want to. Byakuya stood in the front of her door, not making a sound, and pressed the doorbell. Ding dong! After a few moments...
What do you want?
Leave me alone. You're all so annoying. Ah. Bacula.
It's Byakuya.
Bacula. I'm sorry, I couldn't keep our promise. But don't worry, never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again. Right, bitch, you're saying things. You and Genocide Jack are one and the same, I'm telling you right now. It's like a split personality kind of deal, I'm telling you. Maybe that's why she's such a fucking bitch. And with that, the door slammed shut. Even Byakuya couldn't pull it off. There's nothing else we can do. Let's get back to the investigation. Hold on. Hey, Byakuya, what was Toko talking about right now? Something about a promise?
What?
Oh, I have no idea. Another one who delusions, I'm sure. But
Stop talking.
if I say I don't know, it means I don't know. Just let Hina take care of her. Oh, yeah, okay. I'll stay here and keep an eye on her.
Let's go.
Well then, let's go. Without waiting for a reply, Byakuya stepped over his bed away. Byakuya! And I hurried to catch up. I love Byakuya, but I also hate him at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, it's a love-hate relationship, but not in, like, a good way. Like, I hate him because he's a bitch, but I love him because he's a bitch. You know what I mean? I tried to talk to him several times as we walked, but he didn't even look back, let alone say anything. He just kept on walking towards his destination. Finally, his feet brought him to a stop in front of a sitting room. And what room is that? The library. Come on, let's go in. No. Disconnect. Thank you. The light is still there. Hello. Is the evidence that proves it was Genocide Jack really in the library?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay. There are no clues there. We need to check elsewhere. Well, bitch. Where's the extension code gone? No, excuse me. The extension code is gone. No. Excuse me? I know that extension code because I thought it was fucking stupid how he had it running that way instead of that way. Okay, what about that? If I remember, on the other side of this door, it's the archive, right? Hurry up and go inside. Oh, here?
Let's go.
It'll all make sense once you're inside. He wouldn't let me in every time I came here during free time. He told me to get the fuck out. Whoa, there's so many books and files. So much dust too. Oh, that would be my hell. Dust. Ugh. I'd be sneezing, I'd be coughing, my eyes would be all fucking watery and red and puffy, and I'd probably die. Because I wouldn't be able to breathe.
So, in other words,
I would say there's enough value in this place to endure the dust. Alright, bitch. Love you though, but alright, bitch. If you pay attention to your surroundings, you're sure to discover the value for that stuff. For yourself. I could read the words. There's so many file stuff into the shelves. What's in all these things?
that's enough.
Those documents are dangerous. Dangerous? They detail all the people who control the world from behind the scenes. Dangerous truth for a commoner. You mean like members of the Diet or something? No, I mean the ones with real power. The secret council controlling everything from the shadows. Bitch! Are you lying to me to make me not look there? Is this just a lie? Are you pointing and laughing at the poor person? This feels like you're pointing and laughing at the poor person. If you're ready to be disappeared for it, take a look. There are some very interesting people in there. You're just kidding, right? Am I? He is just pointing and laughing at the poor person. I'll just let it go for now. The other stuff typed with files. Without really thinking about it, I picked one up at random. Ah, you have a sharp eye indeed to select that file. Huh?
That's right.
That's the report on the presidential assassination. The original is kept at the National Library. It won't be declassified for another 30 years. Are you sure you want to look at it now? There's no telling whose crosshead you might wind up in it for peeking at it. He's such a bit... He's just making shit up now, isn't he? These files are probably full of shite. And he's just fucking freaking me out for no reason. I'm not making a sound in the file to the shelf. He's just pointing and laughing, I'm telling you. And there's a wooden box. It's empty. Although, judging by the smudges and dust, it looks like there was something inside. I wonder what it was. There was an extension cord. There was an extension cord plugged in there. It proved very useful while I was in the library. Yeah, the extension cord's gone missing. I saw that. I've seen it. My eyes. An extension cord, huh? Yeah, bitch, you've seen it. What do you mean? They reveal one of the shadows, these other people. Okay, yeah. No. No, I think I've done that. Yeah, I'm trying to... Right. No, wrong button. Ah. Okay. Huh? It's a desk lamp. Oh yeah, it's the same one I saw Bianca using in the library before.
What?
You have a problem with that lamp? It was here before, then I moved it over there. It was too dark over there, so I thought I'd put it to good use. Oh hey, a coin! For me? What am I doing? What am I... Are you standing in front of the thing I'm supposed to fucking... Oh, fuck. There's a bunch of thick files stuffed onto the bookshelf. If you think of looking through any of them, let me give you a little warning. Those things are filled with graphic, disturbing photos from all kinds of crime scenes. It's the kind of thing any normal person wouldn't ever want to look at. Be careful. Huh? What do you mean? All those files are investigation reports related to different cold cases. Those are internal documents for police eyes only. They're not the kind of thing you'd expect to leak. Oh. So, are you finally beginning to understand the true splendor of this library? The entire reason I was interested in the library is because of this room right here. Hydrate, I shall. I do need to get more drinkage. I'm running low. That bottle likes to whistle at me when I drink from it because of the hole in it. Did I read that? Yeah, I did.
Interesting.
It's home to classified government documents, police records, things no ordinary person would have ever seen. Isn't it magnificent? This can't be for real, right?
Such ignorance.
That's your guys' problem. Anything that doesn't fit into your perceived reality, you label it as a lie. Well, it's not that. It's just, it's not like I totally refuse to believe it, but I mean, there's just so much. How could anybody have put this all together? I suppose it goes to show just how much power Hope's Peak truly wields, or perhaps the mastermind may have wanted to provide us with enough entertainment to keep us from getting bored. It's no use. I can't keep up with all this. It's just too unreal. What's wrong? You still can't believe it? Well, what about you? How can you believe it so easily? Things like that are usually impossible. What do you mean, usually? Usual, normal, ordinary, simple. Those things don't exist anywhere in the real world. If you don't understand what they actually represent, you don't understand the nature of anything. You don't pull your punches, do you? Besides, what you consider usual is based on your common sense, right? But what makes you think your own common sense applies to me at all? The documents gathered here are genuine. I have reviewed them multiple times, so there's no doubt. Alright, nerd. Hold on a second, you're saying you've actually read all these documents? And more than once? But all this has to be, like, top secret confidential stuff, right? So why... My family has a reading room just like this at our home. Ours is bigger, of course, and not as dusty. Eh? Members of the Togami family have access to any variety of government-related documents. That includes foreign powers, as well as domestic. How is that even possible?
So, in other words...
I already told you, there's a secret council that controls the world from in the shadows. My family's a member of that council. And I have with me the bloodline that will allow me to one day bend the world to my will. But to become such a ruler, I must know all levels of this world backwards and forwards. But whenever I have time, I like to review whatever documents and materials that interest me. Which is why I can proclaim without a doubt that the materials gathered here are the real thing. This is beyond believing or not believing. Byakuya is actually starting to scare me more than the actual mastermind. So he's Looney Tunes as well. Join the fucking club. There's so many fucking insane people in this fucking school. And what always interested me the most were the cold case police investigation reports. Reading through those reports has always been a hobby of mine ever since I was little. It's an excellent mental exercise. I've solved more than a few of those cases just by reviewing the reports. And among all those reports, one of my recent favourites, let me guess, Genocide fucking Jack? Yep, of course. Is the Genocide Jack case. He's making me a little sus, right? He's all about Genocide Jack. Yeah, he's sus. He's suspicious. He is. Could Byakuya fucking beat someone over the head with a dumbbell, though? He could. He could have a sleeper build under that, for all I know. As he talked, Byakuya grabbed a specific file from the shelf.
That's right.
This is the complete case file. Every single report surrounding the Genocide Jack cases have been compiled in here. Because there are so many, allow me to quickly summarize the main points. To begin, there are two notable characteristics in every Genocide Jack murder. First characteristic is at every crime scene the word bloodlust is written in the victim's own blood. And the second is that when the victims are murdered, their bodies are suspended in a certain way. Bloodlust is written in blood, and the victim's body is suspended. It's exactly the same as what happened to Chirihiro. I didn't realize we switched to me. Save your surprise. The best part is yet to come. For the second characteristic, where the victims are suspended, the only ones who knew about that particular fact were members of the police and other higher-ups. By all accounts, nobody in the media ever found out. Eh? In other words, no one on the news or online. Nobody knew about that aspect of each crime. You're just making me think it's you more. You're just making me think it's you, because I don't think it's Toko / Genocide Jack. I'm assuming they're the same person. And if nobody else knew, I'm just thinking it's now you instead. Like, I think it's you. Makoto doesn't, because he's got the brain the size of a pea and doesn't at all connect two and two, like ever. Only key officials and the killer himself knew about the act of mounting the victim. Hey, careful with your wording. Now, if you recall Chirihiro's corpse, her body was most certainly mounted in this fashion. So, how could the killer have known about suspending the victim?
That's right.
That's the key question. But in fact, the answer is quite simple.
So in
The
other
culprit isn't a
words-
copycat killer, it's the real Genocide Jack. I just think it's you now. I just think it's Miyaki now. I'm not gonna lie to you. Gah.
In other words,
That's right, there is evidence that Genocide Jack has hidden himself among the rest of us. Then, Genocide Jack really is... Such a brutal fiendish killer really is walking among us?
interesting.
Things are really starting to get interesting, aren't they? I never imagined a killer with such reputation would ever become part of our little game. Now, don't you think it would be good for you to take a look at what we've already seen? You might just manage to ferret out a clue or two.
Such ignorance.
If you get down on your knees and beg, I might even show you myself. Okay. No, that's not what I want to do. Do I talk to you again, or do I leave? But yeah, Kira, about the Genocide Jack case file. Did you let me see it?
That's fine.
Well, you didn't beg, but I guess it's okay this time. Feel free to look at it here, but you can't take it with you. Byakuya handed me the file and flipped by try that fucking again. Byakuya handed me the file and I flipped through it with tense, nervous fingers. Suddenly my hand stopped. I had reached the page where the photos from the scenes of the crimes had been collected. Let me see. Right, I'm already seeing an inconsistency. That was done with fucking scissors. She was tied up with fucking a wire or something. And it took place, the victims, stab wounds. Hold on! More inconsistencies, stab wounds. She was fucking beat over the Eid. I'm not saying it's a faker, but I'm saying it's a faker. The names of Genocide Jack's victims ran on the first several pages. Ken Harada, 32. Etsuhiro Honda, 17. Yoji Gaku, 23. Kano Issei? I apologize. 14. Takeshi Yoshida, 30. They're all dude names as well, right? And hero is a woman? Or are those? Katsuna Taro, Takefumi Gono, Uchida Nashai. No, Haisa. Fucking hell. Takeshi Masamune. I don't know how to say these names. I apologize. Yuto Yumajima. There was no end to it. Christ on a bike. I cannot say those names. But one thing became perfectly clear as I read. All the killer's countless victims were killed and suspended in the exact same way. And at the scene of every murder, the word bloodlust was left in the victim's own blood. Now take a look at the next page. You'll find another interesting tidbit. The next page? What's on it? Go on. Profiling results. All of the crimes took place either on the weekends, at night, or during holidays, either day or night. The most common time for killings to take place was on holidays in the afternoon. Based on the fact, it could be suggested that the suspect may be a student. Evidence suggests that the suspect lingered at the scene, but when they did leave, they were in a panic. Because an eyewitness has never come forward, it's unlikely there was any external reason for this. This confused behavior suggests that the subject may potentially suffer from dissociative identity disorder. I was correct. It is Toko. She just has different identity of Jack based on what she said.
Words.
The key point here is that the culprit may have a split personality. Split personality? Like the kind of thing you see on TV? I'm part of another totally unbelievable story. This one is way more unbelievable than anything else till now. Or maybe it really isn't? I don't know. I feel like my mind's gone numb. There's a Jack case file has been added to the Truth Bullet section of your handbook. I've seen things on that don't correlate to the thing that's happening up there. Byakuya. Alright, we should get going soon. Huh? Where are we going? Anyway, but here. We're finished our business here. We finished our business here, haven't we? Wait, Byakuya? God, Makoto, please, use the 2 brain cells you have and rub them together really quick so you can have a singular thought and actually put any of the information that you have, like, taken in. Oh, fuck it. I pressed space by accident. No, unspace. Thank you. Well, this is where we part ways. I have some other things I need to take care of before the class trial. Huh? Just all of a sudden like that?
I don't have time to play with you.
Come on, enough of your annoying misapprehensions. Did you really think we'd be together the whole time? Maybe we could hold hands and maybe kiss a little. Don't judge me. Take responsibility for yourself and do something useful. Move the investigation forward on your own.
Goodbye.
Well, goodbye. And just like that, he was gone. Just as quickly as he'd asked me to join him, he'd cut me off. In the end, I felt like I was just some plaything getting tossed around. At the same time, I'd uncovered some really important clues thanks to him. Gonna say Jack. He's the one that killed Chihiro. He, maybe, if it is Toko, which I think it is. Unless, obviously, the split personality is a he. We'll find out, I guess. And that murderous fiend is one of us. But who is it? I have to find it out, no matter what it takes. And to do that, there's somewhere I have to go. Investigate one more time. I have to go back to the crime scene, the girls' locker room, and I should check the boys' locker room too. And that others might have come up with some info I might find useful while I'm at it. I need to find out everything I can. Ugh, turn. Is it here? Down here? Yeah, it is. Yeah. If we go to the boys first, and then go to the girls. Makes sense to me. Oh, hello, Fumi. I hate doing your voice.
Ding ding ding! Hifumi has discovered evidence revealing the identity of the culprit. Another stat increase for me.
Evidence? What did you find?
I cannot reveal that just yet. But I guarantee that what I found will steal the killer's breath from his lungs.
I kind of do the same voice for Monokuma as I do for him. Are you sure about that?
Oh yes, Miss Ludenberg said she'd witnessed something with Wild too.
Really? What did she say?
Well,
She refused to tell me. It's like when a girl bullies the boy she likes, right? Right?
Okay, so where is Celeste now?
The warehouse by the domes, she was there, but at the same time, not there.
What's it gonna be? Well, out my way. I've got things to do! Coffee? There's a strange stain on the carpet. That's either coffee or someone shit themselves there. Don't hydrate. Okay! You're gonna have to make me get more drinkage in a minute. Yeah, I have hydrated. What is it? Like I said, either coffee or shit. I'm hoping it's coffee. That's a new one. Oh, never before. Oh, this poster. It's a popular boy band called Tornado. They look like they'd be in the Pokemon universe as, professors. I think, at least. Somehow it doesn't quite fit into the boys' locker room. Yeah. The woman with the titties is in the other locker room, which was in here. Why the fuck has that happened? And I'm away. I've got things to do. Yeah, Tits McGee is in here when she shouldn't be. She should be in the other fucking room. I can feel the life draining out my own body. It's a dead body, blah 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 blah. Yeah, but like... No, I want to see what's holding her up. No, let me see what's holding her up. Let's even dumbbell. Yeah, I've already read that. That must be the murder weapon. Yeah. Hello, Kyoko. Hey, Kyoko, have you made any progress on the investigation?
Indeed.
Generally speaking,
However,
but I have to get going. I have something unrelated to take care of. Something beside the investigation. What is it?
well,
Nothing you need to worry about. Just concentrate on the murder. But
so then.
before I go, let me give you one piece of advice. You should examine Chiri's body one more time, thoroughly. Also, her handbook is missing. You might want to determine its whereabouts.
Goodbye.
That's it. I'll be praying for your success. With that, Kyoko turned and left to Go's locker room. I guess I'll take another look at the body then. And Chiri's handbook is missing. Well, it should be in the mailbox, right? That's definitely worth worrying about. Chiri's e-handbook is the truth section of your handbook. Kyoko said I should examine the body one more time. I know she said she said thoroughly, but I do have my I'd better give it a shot anyway. Let's see. Here's hands are bound with what looks like some kind of rope. Rope that was used to prop her up in a kind of crucifix position. Huh? This rope has a plug. Is that the fucking extension cord? Everything's pointing at Byakuya currently. Literally everything. I'm putting my money on Byakuya. Now. Am I wrong? Probably. But my money is going on him. Wait, so then, this isn't rope at all. But the more I think about it, the more that's not the only thing that concerns me. Yuhu's fatal injury was a blow to the head, which means someone struck her in the head in order to kill her. That's right. There's the issue of her being suspended in a fatal blow. I didn't see any reason to think too much about either of them. Now you're rubbing your brain cells together. We're seeing them again after looking through the Genocide Jack files. Something's not quite right. What does this all mean? That is, a dead body has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. Well, the one thing most likely to tie all these mysteries together is the true nature of the rope that was used to suspend Chihiro. And to figure that out, there's a certain place I have to revisit and look over again. Plus, it might help to look at the Genocide Jack case file one more time. And I've got to go to the fucking warehouse. I've got to admit, there's one place I need to check. Yeah, I'm trying to... Oh, I've already talked about you. I've already got this. You got anything else to say?
No forgiveness.
You target such a helpless being. It's unforgivable. What a wretched beast to do such a thing. I cannot forgive this. Okay. Can I leave now? This all leads up to pool. Yeah. Like. There's a bus in the carpet. I leave? There's still one. There's still more I need to check. Okay. Bloodlust. The word bloodlust are written on the wall in blood. It's like all those the Genocide Jack cases. At every crime scene, the word bloodlust is written on the victim's blood in the victim's own blood. Okay, and Booby McGee. Yes, a bloodstain poster. The blood is the most noteworthy part, but big breast swimsuit model is pretty noticeable too. A girl's locker room doesn't seem like the kind of place you'd find something like this. Oh, but wait, that reminds me, the poster in the other locker room is... That's right, there's definitely something strange about this. In the boys' locker room, there's a poster of a popular boy band. And in the girls' locker room, there's a poster of a big-breasted swimsuit model. Could posters have been switched? If they were, why? What reason would anyone have? Maybe I should talk to somebody who knows a little more about the locker rooms. What's like Mondo or Sakura? You spend a lot of time exercising in the girl locker room, right, Sakura?
Of course.
I've used it nearly every day since it opened up. Sometimes Hina and I use it together. They're gay in love, Your Honor. Okay? Telling you. Okay then, let me ask you something. Do you think the poster in the boys and girls locker rooms could have been switched?
I'm sorry.
Sorry, I can't really say. I never really paid any attention to the posters. I see.
However...
But there is something that's been bothering me about the locker room. You see, I like to drink a little protein coffee every time I finish exercising. We have protein coffee?
Mm.
In the warehouse, it's not the highest quality, but I don't have a lot of other options. I mix protein powder with coffee and down a glass of it after exercising. That sounds horrendous. Anyway, the other day I spilled some on the carpet in the girls' locker room and it left a stain. Oh, so Chihiro was killed in the boys' locker room and then somebody switched everything around for whatever reason. Okay. A stain. But I don't see any stain on the carpet right now.
Of course.
Exactly, I noticed it earlier. The stain has disappeared. I can only assume someone came along and cleaned it up. But still, isn't it unusually clean? As if there was never a stain here to begin with. Disappearing stain has been added to the truth section of your hand. I leave now? Yes. Yes. Yes, we will. On my way, fat man. Oh, I still shouldn't be tired. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so things were switched. There's a strange stain on the carpet. What is it? Well, we know what it is. Things would be switched, so she was killed in here, and then moved in there, for whatever fucking reason. How she got in there? Who fucking knows? But she did. Leave the area, yes. I need to go to the warehouse. I need to go to the library as well. Right around. Oh. That's Taka.
How unfortunate.
Maybe we should have confessed our embarrassing secrets after all. Damn it, I'm sorry, Chihiro. It's all because I wasn't strong enough. Oh, poor Taka. I love Taka, he's great. Everybody but Celeste and Toko are growing on me. I mean, Byakuya never grew on me. He's just kind of there. Is she in here? Yes, she is. Hello, you bitch. Celeste, what are you doing here? This warehouse is amazing. It has absolutely everything one might need to live a full life. From food to clothes to towels, there's an endless supply to choose from. I see that, but have you found anything related to the case?
Most unfortunate.
I knew you were going to ask me that. Although, talking about the warehouse itself might misdirect you, but I see it was pointless. Then, you did find something? Very well. I will tell you and only you.
Actually,
Last night I saw her here. Your hero was in the warehouse. What? Really?
indeed.
This was right before nighttime.
Hmm? What are you doing out this late?
I can't do her accent, so we're not gonna try.
Oh, I was just... Are you planning to go exercise, perhaps? What? How did you know? Because I can see a blue track jacket sticking out of that duffel bag you're carrying. Oh, you're right. Thanks. Well, I'd better get going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
Yes,
I assumed she was merely... Oh, jeez. I don't have enough drinkage for all these hydrates. I'm genuinely gonna have to go and get more water in a minute. I assumed she was merely stocking up to go exercise in the morning, but it would appear she ignored the nighttime rule and headed directly to the girls' locker room. If she hadn't broken her rule, none of this would ever have happened. You get what you deserve, I suppose. I would punch her directly in the mouth after she said that. My God. I don't know why these people aren't fist fighting with her. She's a bitch at every opportunity. So apparently, she went to the girls' locker room late at night in order to exercise without anyone knowing. But the strange thing is, there was no trace of the track jacket or duffel bag Celeste said she saw Chihiro carrying. Which would mean the killer would have gotten rid of it somehow. Oh, they didn't do a fucking Leon, did they? And chuck it in the... No, they couldn't because it's locked. And the only person who has the key is Hifumi. And Hifumi isn't the one who did it because Hifumi is... Hifumi. So, okay. Thanks, bitch. Hope you die next. Bye! I need to go to the library. Need to get more drinkage. Already talked to you. Also, why am I so small? Like, why is Makoto so tiny? Tiny little man. Little manlet. Right. Hibbit? Edit. No, library. Library? Yeah, see? There's a thick layer of dust on top of the desk. Maybe there's some kind of clue here. Guess not. No, okay, the extension cord. Is that what you want? Rawr! Do I have to... Lamp. No, that's bookshelf. Lamp. Ooh, quite. Lamp. I want the lamp. Lamp. Ah, the lamp won't turn on. Oh, I see. It's not plugged in. The lamp's cord isn't long enough to reach the outlet from here, but last time I saw it, definitely on, and it was definitely right there. Yeah, it had an extension cord. Byakuya's extension cord. Byakuya did it. I'm assuming. Allegedly. Allegedly. Byakuya did it. Oh, that's right. Byakuya was using an extension cord. But there's no extension cord here now. I wonder if... Library desk lamp has been added to the truth bullet section of your handbook. I want to take another look at Genocide Jack case file. I know it was around here somewhere. Ah, it's gone. Byakuya, you bitch! Someone taken out the archive? Yeah! Byakuya! Can't think of anyone but Byakuya. It's him. Everything is just pointing at Byakuya. Literally. Everything. The little fucky wucky man. Where... I don't know where it'd be. Did he say where he was going? I can't remember. Christ. I don't think I need to be here, right? Do I? No, I don't need to be here. Where... Did he say where he was going? Oh, Christ. I was Byakuya. Where would I go? Other than the library, I have no fucking idea, to be honest. Oh, hero. Yee.
Huh? Oh, hey, Makoto.
Oh, okay. Say those lines. What's up? I haven't been up to anything myself, that's for sure. Definitely haven't looked inside the mailbox. Okay. Thanks. There's a mailbox here and inside. I'm currently inside because there's the handbooks. Dead students are here. Yeah, but why isn't Chirihiro's here? That's what I don't understand. If that's where they go, why isn't Chirihiro's there? Questions, questions, questions. If I was Byakuya, where would I go? His room, maybe? The dining room, perhaps? Practice letting me go in everywhere is really annoying. I don't know where he is. Oh, Hina's here. Oh, Hina, how's Toko doing? Same as before. She won't come out and she just keeps mumbling something about Genocide Jack. So I just left it there. You left it there. My hair's all swimmy and I was getting pretty hungry.
Yeah.
Oh, but don't worry. I'm gonna head back as soon as I'm done eating. Toko's not exactly pleasant, but I'm still worried about her. Speaking of which, what are you eating?
Huh?
A donut, of course. Of course. There's two things I'm sure God created. Outer space and donuts. Really? I bet Chihiro would have liked to eat more donuts. Maybe that was her one big regret. Oh, I should have tried to spend more time with her. What do I think of it? Who did she spend time with?
Well...
Yeah, she was a little strange. I didn't really hang out with the other girls much. It was like she was trying to keep a distance from us. Actually, Sakura said something similar. Said that even though you and her invited Chihiro to exercise with you, she always refused.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, it's true. And it wasn't just us either. It was like she stayed away from all the girls. Was she just shy? I don't know. She talked to the boys all the time. Isn't it kind of weird to be shy around your own sex, but totally fine with the opposite sex? Oh wait, maybe
maybe she was used to guys spoiling her. The law says you can't judge a butch by its cover, right? You think so? I never really saw her as that kind of girl. What kind of girl? Are you insinuating she's a whore? I wanted to find Byakuya and beat the shit out of him for taking the fucking case file, because of course he took the fucking case file. He's a bitch.
I'm getting tired of waiting. Shall we just plunge right in?
Yes, please.
It's the moment you've all been waiting for.
Actually, no.
The class trial.
I take it back.
You remember where to meet, right?
Yes.
Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school. See you soon.
Begin the last trial or about time to begin. The red door is right through here. Ahem. So everyone ready to what? Am I blind or are we missing someone?
Yo.
Yeah, Toko's not here.
And Toko is...
You really don't remember?
Come on.
Kidding. I'm just kidding. How could I forget that little nut job? He's a crucial part of the class trial this time.
What are you gonna
Okie
do?
dokie. I'll go ahead and drag her out here, kicking and screaming. Just one moment, please.
And a few minutes later, he reappeared dragging Toko behind him. I told him I didn't want to, but he forced me. I can't believe you drag a girl around. Terrible! You're terrible!
You. So now everyone's here, right? Okay then. Hustle into the elevator and let's get this show on the road. I'll see you guys down there.
Let's go.
So, shall we get going? It's time to find out who killed Chirihiro. Chirihiro Fujisaki. He was so gentle, so calm and meek. Nobody had any... Well hydrated. Yeah, I'm almost out of drinkage. I'm gonna have to get some more in a minute. Nobody had any problem with it. I don't like how these people are always so... They like baby Chirihiro. I know she's dead now, but all they did was baby her. Like, she's... The bitch is an well, not an adult, but like she's old enough to not be babied. But these people just kept... Actually, well, there's an ad break going on.
I will get some now. I will be back.
Bob.
I've returned. The full bottle. 2 whole liters.
Hold. Anyway, read that. Who made the choice to kill a girl like that? Doesn't matter if it's a girl or a man, or boy, or woman. Murder is murder. And that murderer is one of us. Someone standing right here. Excuse me, sir. Thank you. We have no choice, right? We have to do this.
It's true.
Yes. I give a small nod in reply. Okay. Oh. That's good shit, that. I don't even know what squash is. It's purple. It's some form of berries. With one last deep breath, I walked towards the elevator on shaky legs. With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. As soon as everyone was on, the elevator began to descend. I couldn't get a handle on my emotions. Couldn't stop speculating? Yeah, close to calculating. Didn't. Leon stood right there. He died. What's your final theory? Based on everything that I have seen and people have said, Toko has a split personality. One of them is Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack didn't do it. Like, at all. I think Byakuya did it. Because he's the one who's read all the files. He knows information that nobody else knew other than the killer, themselves, and the police. Things about the murder are wrong. She was beaten over the head, not stabbed, when she should have been stabbed. She was also strung up and not, like, pinned up to the wall with scissors, as it said in the file. Everything about it is wrong. The only thing right is that it has bloodlust on the wall. You know what I mean? That was the only thing right about it. And I think it was Byakuya, at least, pinning it on Genocide Jack. I don't know if he could be strong enough to fucking twat someone over the head. I don't know. I don't know why he'd do it, though. There's no, like, motive at all for it. Like, she didn't do anything to him, so. But I think it's Byakuya, currently. The steel box sank with heavy clunking sounds deeper and deeper into the ground. And as we went deeper, the uneasiness in my heart grew bigger and bigger. The elevator was unaffected, however, and continued to descend without hesitation. Until finally, it came to a sudden stop.
What do you think? I've redecorated. Isn't it so fresh? Isn't it so exciting?
It's better than what it was. Not amazing, though. Don't waste our time with stupid questions. Let's just get this over with.
Good, good. You're rip-raring to go. Gotta say, I don't hate it, not at all.
Well,
Okay then, let's get this show on the road.
thrills, chills.
Excuse me.
thrills.
Everyone, please find your assigned seats.
And so the curtain opened once again. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal, a deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith, a deadly class trial. Dun dun dun. Yes, I was safe. Open e-handbook. What do we got? Open file. The victim was Churho Fujisaki. The time of death is estimated to be around 2 a.m. The body was discovered in the girls' locker room on the second floor of the school. The cause of death was a blow to the head with a blunt object. She was killed instantly. Yeah, instantly. That was account. Although Chihiro wanted to get stronger, she declined several invitations from Sakura and Aoi? I think that's how you say her name. I'm so used to saying Hina. I may have used her locker room late at night to avoid them. Despite this, Chihiro had stated that she desired help with her efforts. She may have been meeting someone in the locker room the night she was murdered. The dumbbell was found on the floor of the girls' locker room. Had a significant amount of blood on it. See, that seems like a heavy dumbbell to me. I don't work out, so I don't know. That seems like you've got to be physically fit, and I don't think Byakuya, I don't think he's got a sleeper build under that suit. But everything's pointing to him, because he's just so suspicious, and he knows things like, I don't think it was Genocide Jack. Genocide Jack inspired to pin it on Genocide Jack, but I don't think it was Genocide Jack. Mondo's account. Chihiro told anyone willing to listen that she wanted to get stronger. As some assume that due to her inferiority complex about being weak, she admires strength more than anything else. Card reader. To unlock the locker room, you needed to swipe your e-handbook over the card reader. You need a male student's handbook for the boys' locker room and a female student's for the girls. It's not possible for two people to enter at the same time. Additionally, lending someone your handbook is a violation of school regulations. handbook of each student that has died is placed in the mailbox in the main hall, except your heroes, apparently. Broken e-handbook. One of the handbooks found in the main hall had been broken, which is apparently a rare occurrence. Junko and Sayaka's handbook both seem to still work, so it is assumed that the broken handbook is Leon's. However, Monokuma claims it's very unlikely that Leon's handbook would have broken. The Jack. These files. Suspected genocide Jack victims include Ken. I'm not reading those names again, among countless others. They were killed in the same way and mounted to a nearby wall. The words bloodlust was found at the scene of the crime, written in blood. Profiling indicates the killer is most likely a student suffering from a split personality. Chihiro seems to have consciously kept her distance from other girls at the school, even from the beginning. Meanwhile, it had been noticed that she had gotten along remarkably well with her male classmates. Carpet in the boys' locker room has been found with a blackish stain on it, which is actually the girls' locker room carpet, because I'm telling you she was killed in the boys' locker room. How she got in there? I don't know. Why she was in there? I don't know. Blood was found on the poster in the girls' locker room. The poster features a big-breasted supermodel popular among young boys. Meanwhile, the poster in the boys' locker room was from a boy band popular with teenage girls. Chihiro's handbook was not found on a corpse and has apparently gone missing. That is of the dead body. Chihiro's body had been suspended and her hands had been bound with some kind of rope. Her fatal injury was a blow to the head. Appearing stain. Sakura mentioned that she was responsible for a coffee stain on the girls' locker room floor. However, the stain had since been inexplicitly scrubbed away. Library desk lamp. Byakuya was known to have used this lamp often. However, the extension cord had gone missing at some point. The lamp's cord couldn't reach the outlet. That's because the extension cord is currently tied around Chihiro's fucking arms, because he's a fucking psychopath. The last account. On the night of the murder, right before nighttime, Chihiro was spotted leaving the warehouse. It seems she was stuffing some blue exercise clothes into a duffel bag. Presumably, she was on her way to exercise, but the clothes were not found at the scene of the crime. Celeste has not told anyone other than Makoto about his encounter. Okie dokie! What skilly willies do I have? Increase the influence gauge by 2. Yeah, go on there. I was lost in thought. Increase the time limit for each phrase. Yes, please. Robot Jack, increase your triplet rate of fire. Yeah, that'd be nice. That's what I've got. Okay, cool. Finish preparations. I'm ready. I'm as ready as I can be, I should say.
Begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Okay then. So, first off, let's talk about the murder weapon!
Yay! Guess we have to make it clear what was used to deliver the final fatal blow. And it's very clear what it was used. It's on the floor. Make my argument. It's not an argument. It's a fact.
Chihiro's fatal injury. It appears it was a head wound.
Yes.
According to the Monokuma file, the killer used a blunt instrument. But what kind of blunt instrument?
What? What? I get it better. Oh. Whoopsies. I can't remember how you speed it up. I'm so excited just to... There we go.
According to the Monokuma file, what kind of blunt?
I bet it was an iron pipe.
Right, you're just thick. Okay. It's been a little bit since I played the... Yeah, I understand now. I remember. I
agree that the object that dealt the fatal blow was the dumbbell found at the scene of the crime? It was covered in blood, and there was nothing else at the scene that could have caused that kind of injury.
And the wound on the victim's head is consistent with the shape of the dumbbell. As far as I'm concerned, there's no mistake and no room for doubt on this one.
Thanks, babes.
You looked at her head wound?
Well, of course she did. What else are you supposed to do?
Yay! That's so creepy!
...
If you don't mind, I will proceed from here.
let's move on to discussion of the culprit.
You'll proceed from here because you're the one who fucking strung her up, you weirdo. I will hydrate. Hold on. Man, I am not gonna be dehydrated today, that's for sure.
Although, I believe the criminal behind this heinous act is already quite clear.
Oh, he's so full of shit. He's so full of shit.
What? For real?
Chihiro's killer is the fiendish serial killer, Genocide Jack.
You're full of shit, mate. Genocide Jack, the fiendish serial killer. Did he really kill Chihiro? Well, considering that Genocide Jack is fucking Toko, I'm saying this now. Genocide Jack and Toko are one and the same. A new element has been added to the non-stop debates. We'd like to hear it. Yes, I would. Thank you. For this debate, lines of white noise will appear to disrupt your reactions. Your truth bullet will disappear if they hit the lines. Think of them as obstacles in your debate. Don't make it harder than it already is. I'm stupid. But there's a way to keep this white noise from getting in your way. Press the right mouse button to attach a silencer, which you can use to shoot down. However, if you shoot an actual remark with your silencer instead of white noise, the time limit will decrease, so take careful aim when you have your silencer out. Oh, but if your action difficulty is set to gentle, white noise won't appear at all. Mine's not gentle, I don't think. Mine's the middle one. Whatever the middle one is. Was that gentle? Was that kind? Oh, I don't know. Whatever. In which case, you can forget about the silencer and just focus on the situation in front of you. Well then, good luck and have fun. Make your argument. Just a Jack case file.
The culprit is Genocide Jack. I'm sure of it. Case closed, as far as I'm concerned.
But that's impossible.
Why? What makes it impossible?
Well, I mean, come on. There's just no proof for it.
Wow. Lies.
I might know one reason he could be involved.
What?
I found this file while I was looking around the archive in the library.
You didn't find it. Byakuya showed it to you. You need to specify. Don't miss crucial bits out. Byakuya showed you. Byakuya has also said he's read it a bunch of times.
I guess it's some kind of confidential file the police put together about the Genocide Jack case.
What? That's kind of weird as shit, isn't it? What was something like that doing in the library?
The why of it is probably more trouble than it's worth. So let's forget about that for now.
No, it's not.
More importantly, it outlines all the specifics of every Genocide Jack case in exceeding detail. According to the file, there appear to be two defining characteristics in every Genocide Jack case. The first is that a bloody message is found written at the scene of every murder.
Oh, that's right. Ooblust.
I hate this man so much. I hope you're next.
No. It's actually bloodlust.
But more important is the other characteristic, and it's something that has never been made public.
Never made public? What the hell is it?
Why don't you tell them, Makoto?
The fact that they were strung up. The other characteristic of every Genocide Jack case, which the world at large doesn't know. I'm not mistaken, it has to do with the positioning of the body, how the victim was...
I got it!
I got it!
Apparently, in every Genocide Jack case, the killer suspends the body in a certain way.
Yes, with certain tools. Scissors, which were not there.
Other than the killer, the only people who know about this are the higher-ups in the police department.
However, Chihiro was most definitely suspended in the same way.
No. No, she wasn't. Because, well, the same way, yes, but not in the same way, no. I know what I mean.
So, how did the culprit know about this when only high-level police officials were aware of it? There's only one logical answer I can think of. It's because the culprit in this case is the real Genocide Jack.
No fucking way!
Yeah, you're correct, Mondo. No fucking way, because Genocide Jack isn't the one who did that. And I'm telling you, I promise you, it's not Genocide Jack.
You're saying Genocide Jack is one of us?
Yes, that statement is correct.
Yes, in fact, it's Toko.
So I was correct. It's so Toko does have a split personality. Okay.
Genocide Jack's true identity is Toko Fukawa.
You lie!
What? Hey, okay, wait, hold on a sec. Toko has like bloodophobia or whatever, remember?
Hemophobia.
What kind of serial killer is afraid of blood?
Is Toko Genocide Jack? The answer is yes and no.
Another riddle? Man, why is this gotta be so complicated?
It's a riddle for sure, but I feel like I understand it. What it means for Genocide Jack to be Toko, but also to not be Toko. The answer is that she's not just one person, but multiple people, right? Yeah, she's got dissociative identity disorder. Huh? No. What am I looking for? No, sir. A schizophrenia. Okay. You can't just call her that.
Is it because Genocide Jack has a split personality?
Just outright calls her as... Okay. I don't think you can just say that.
Huh?
I think I read that somewhere in the file too. They thought that the suspect might have, what did they call it? Dissociative identity disorder.
Oh, okay. But still, to go and say that about Miss Fukawa is...
Perfectly acceptable. Toko's strange behavior after seeing the body is proof enough that she has a split personality.
Right after, no, because she did twat her head on the floor. But then, after one went to her room, yes. She was literally saying, I won't let Genocide Jack take control. So, the one thing that shows Toko could have split personality, it has to do with her behavior. Her behavior changed.
I got it! You're talking about how she started acting totally different than usual, right?
That's right. Think back. She fainted when she saw Chihiro's corpse, and then, when she woke up...
I'm fine. Whoa, is that a dead body? Hey, you dead?
She must have hit her head real hard when she fainted.
The world has a front and a back, a top inning and a bottom, a sea of truth and a web of lies. This is quite concerning. I mean, she sounds completely different.
She was acting funny, that's for sure. That melancholy tone of hers completely disappeared.
Don't go assigning adjectives to my tone without permission.
Not to mention, once she regained consciousness and saw Chihiro's body again, she was utterly calm. In other words, within her is one personality that can't handle blood, and one that obviously can.
So when Toko trapped herself in her room, it's because she was scared of Genocide Jack?
I won't let Genocide Jack have control. I'll drive out the killer, drive out the murderous fiend.
The reason she locked herself in her room wasn't to keep other people from getting in.
Ooh, I saw a game that's like this. Off topic. I saw a game that was like this. I think it's called the Garden of Eden. I think that's what it's called. It's like a fan game. Like Danganronpa fan game. So I plan to play through all of the Danganronpa games. The first one, I think Despair Girls, the second one, the third one, and then I plan on playing Garden of Eden when it comes out fully. So hopefully by the time I get round through all these games, I can play that one. If it's out. It might not be. I don't know how long these games are.
It was to keep her other personality from getting out.
What?
Toko was afraid. Afraid of the murderous fiend inside of her. Of killing even more people.
How?
Yeah. How can you know all this?
I do believe you misunderstood her. What she's trying to say isn't, how can you know all this? No. What she wants to know is, how could you tell them?
You're a bitch.
Last night, just before Monokuma gave his motive speech, Toko and I had a strange conversation. She told me a most interesting story. She said a murderous fiend lived within her, and she was afraid it could appear and attack at any time.
Is that why she's a bitch, is to keep people away from her, or is she just a bitch? That's what I want to know.
And that trepidation is what's caused her to have such a bleak attitude. Isn't that right, Toko?
This is all a lie. Right, Toko?
You said you wouldn't tell anyone.
So, yeah, okay.
What?
You promised. I can't believe you lied.
Of course he lied. He's a hoe. And not in a good way. A bad way. Hoe derogatory. Not hoe good.
You have only yourself to blame. You came to me with your tragic little story. I didn't ask you to. This is the real world, not some romantic fantasy fairy tale.
I feel pretty bad for her. She's a bitch. I don't like Toko very much, right, as a character. I think she's a bitch, but I do feel bad for her sometimes.
Besides, you broke your promise first. You said that as long as you were here, no matter what, you wouldn't let Genocide Jack kill anyone. But in spite of that promise...
I'm sorry. I couldn't keep up the promise. But don't worry. Never again. I won't let Genocide Jack have control ever again.
You said if I kept my promise, you would go out with me. That's the only reason I promised.
How many times do I have to tell you? I never said that. But you weren't able to do it. You just couldn't resist that rush you got from killing, could you?
I tried. I swear I tried to control it, but...
This just seems like he's trying to, like, manipulate her, to be honest.
But your efforts were useless. What a disappointment.
I hate you.
As you rightfully should. He's a bitch.
Well, the opening act is nearly finished. All that's left is to hear from the person in question directly.
The person? You don't mean...
Can't believe she got to stand next to my husband. I mean, he is now dead. I'm on about Liam, by the way. He is now dead, but you know. Our love was shortly lived. What's he gonna do to get her out? Toko's body suddenly lunged backwards. You just thud echoed across the courtroom, but in the next second... Ugh.
Well, hello there. Is it me you were hoping to see?
I think you've got something wrong with your tongue, bitch. The fuck?
What the heck? So you figured it out, huh? Well, whatever. What are you gonna do? I'm the ultimate murderous fiend, Genocide Jack! Or better yet, let's go with Genocide Jill!
What the fuck is this?
I like him more than Toko.
Toko, what happened to you?
Not Toko. That's a loser name. And what happened is a textbook split personality. So what if one of them happens to be a serial killer? You should turn a blind eye to one's faults.
She's so intense.
Like they say, sound in murderous mind, sound in murderous body.
This one is so different from the one we've come to know.
Yes, well, the world is composed of a front and a back, you know. Just like how every inning has a top and a bottom, or how in the depths of every truth lives a little lie. Behind every dark and gloomy soul lives another that shines as bright as the sun!
This is the murderous fiend Genocide Jack. This is This is beyond insane.
Miss Jack, Jill, can I ask you a question?
What's up?
Some of us think you might be the mastermind behind our entire situation. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, I'll tell you. I am the mastermind of all masterminds. Just kidding.
Then it's not true?
Of course it's not true! How dare you try to link me to that creepazoid!
That's the creepazoid.
And another thing, the police and government and society in the outside world are totally powerless! I mean, they just let this idiotic bloodthirsty maniac go buck wild all over town!
Sure, I'm a bloodthirsty maniac, but life is pain, right? To live is to hurt other people.
The bear scares me and intrigues me. The bear is a pervert. I won't lie to you, the bear is a pervert. I find Monokuma amusing myself. He's something, that's for sure.
It's a necessary evil if you want to survive. The act of living itself causes pain for everyone.
This game is questionable. Yeah, with some of the things it says, it is kind of questionable.
Just kidding again.
Dot dot dot.
This should be enough to convince you. This murderous fiend is responsible for Chihiro's death.
No, I don't believe a word that comes out of your fucking mouth, thank you.
There's clearly a motive, so there should be no doubt.
A motive?
Remember what Monokuma told us? If someone didn't murder and graduate within 24 hours, an embarrassing memory or secret would be revealed. Well, let's assume that Toko's secret was about Genocide Jack. If a secret like that came to light, Toko's life would have undoubtedly been forever ruined. So she had a very clear motive to never have that side of herself exposed.
Interesting. Very, very, very interesting. But sorry, as much as I hate to admit it, I'm not the culprit.
I believe her over Bianca any fucking day.
But I cannot imagine anyone other than you could murder someone in such a bizarre fashion. Maybe so, but nevertheless, it's the truth.
Do you really expect any of us to believe you?
Yeah. I could never believe a word you say, you monster.
Maybe she's totally right about that, but something's still bothering me. And what she said, I need to get some more details about all of this. What are we doing? What's my bullet? Status of the dead body. Okay.
Sorry, but I didn't kill anyone.
You say that, but do you really expect any of us to believe it?
Perhaps if you had an alibi, that would change things. Oh, an alibi, huh? Now we're talking.
When you compare your past murders to this incident, the modus operandi matches.
Wrong! Bitch!
No, that's wrong. Are the methods of murder really exactly the same? I'm not so sure about that. I think there's a slight difference between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
Huh? How's it any different?
Uh-oh, you don't know? Well then, human garbage, let me tell you! I murder with passion and conviction. I consider myself a professional, and I have a very particular way of doing things. Imagine you go to a fancy Italian restaurant. They're very picky about the noodles, the sauce, everything.
You know, I just realized she slammed those scissors into the wall. They're pinned to the wall with the scissors. Fuck me, she's got some fucking strength.
But what happened to Chihiro? It'd be like if that same Italian restaurant started using ragu or Chef Boyardee.
I don't know who Chef Boyardee is, but okay.
This is no creation of mine.
That sounds like an American thing.
Let me rephrase that in a way that maybe makes more sense. There are two clear differences between the Genocide Jack cases and this one.
There's one clear difference between the murders. In the photos from the other Genocide Jack cases, look at the necks and the stomach. You'll see a clear difference. the victim's fatal
I
injury.
got it! For one,
Not me.
the cause of death is different. In the Genocide Jack murders, all the victims were killed the same way. According to the case file, they were all apparently killed with a pair of scissors. But Chihiro died from a blow to the head, right?
Ah, yes. That is remarkably different from the other murders.
Wouldn't it be strange for someone who kills the same way without fail to suddenly change their method? And there's more. One more conflicting detail.
That's right! In my recipe of murder, if the bloody message is the tortellini, then the arrangement of the body would be the pesto sauce!
Right.
Could you please stop comparing killing people to cooking? So, are you saying the other difference has to do with how the body was arranged?
Yeah, it's different. That's right, the second difference is related to how the body was suspended. In the photos of the other Genocide Jack cases, all the other victims were stabbed through their hands. Here's your clear different what was used.
I got it!
To suspend her.
Do you remember what the killer used to suspend her? They used some kind of rope to hang her up by her wrists.
It's the extension cord, not rope.
What is your point?
Well, in all the previous Genocide Jack cases, something else was used to suspend them. Specifically, pairs of razor-sharp scissors.
And guess what? I used my own specially designed scissors for the murders and the arrangement. Like I said, I'm a professional, so naturally I'm very picky about the tools I use.
As you should, Queen. As you should.
And you know what else? Big Mac said there's two differences, but he's wrong.
Big Mac? Are you referring to me?
Listen up, Big Mac. There's actually one more difference.
Huh?
My word, you really didn't notice? Take a look at who the victims were in each Genocide Jack case. There's a pattern there, just
They were
waiting
men.
to be discovered.
Pattern?
I was correct, they are. They were all men.
That's why I couldn't have possibly killed that little lolly girl.
Let me see. There was a pattern surrounding the Genocide Jack victims, and Chihiro didn't fit it. If you look at the names of the victims, what you'll notice is, I think I figured it out. I know why she couldn't have killed Chihiro. Because Chihiro was a girl.
Is it because Chihiro was a girl?
Chihiro. Where am I getting? Oh, Chihiro. Chihiro. Whatever.
What are you talking about?
In all the Genocide Jack cases, all the victims had something in common.
Ken had. Oh, don't make me. I'm not reading their names again. It was hard enough the first time.
They were all guys?
That's right! The people I kill with such passion and conviction are all adorable little men! I can't believe I said it! I'm so embarrassed!
I like her. She's
The
cool.
hell is wrong with you?
I can't help it! I'm just a full-throttle boy-on-boy fangirl, and the mopey side of me just hates it!
Hold up. Hair behind my headphones.
But now I'm on the fast track to becoming a full-fledged fan madam!
So since Chihiro was a girl and not an adorable little man, you wouldn't kill her?
Would an Italian chef suddenly start making ramen just because they're both noodles? Don't be stupid. I have too much passion and conviction to cross that line. That's the absolute reality of the one and only.
Fish and chilies for tea. Oh, okay. Good for you. I don't know what I've got for tea. Food, edible. I don't know.
We get it. You've clearly explained your hobby and your philosophy. But that's not all there is to it. It's a different matter entirely, when you're forced to kill in order to survive.
Quiet, lowly cur!
Lowly? Cur?
I like her a lot.
I would never kill for a reason as petty as mere survival. And if by some fluke I did kill to survive, why would I bother with the message and arrangement? It'd make me the obvious suspect!
That does make some amount of sense.
It makes a lot of sense.
Plus, whatever reason I have for killing, I would never leave out my prized scissors. Who would go out of their way to use a big, stupid, heavy dumbbell?
Maybe you used the dumbbell because you couldn't find any scissors in the school?
Any scissors? I don't just use any scissors. I only use my own set of high-class, envy of the entire world scissors!
Okay, whatever. There still aren't any in the school.
Oh, but she probably has some stuff in it. Yeah, that's right.
Are you sure about that?
Yep.
She's fully
Of
equipped!
course she is. Don't be stupid.
That's right! So I can kill anywhere, anytime! Why would I resort to dumbbells or rope when I have my trusty scissors by my side? Go ahead, tell me I'm wrong! You can't, can you, gutter dogs, all of you! Not to mention, I have no clue how to tie a good knot! So rope's totally out of the question anyway!
I have no idea what's going on anymore. Could such a heinous villain really be innocent?
Yes, yes, she could be.
But the body really was suspended, right? And nobody but the police knew about that.
Yeah. That's why we figured it had to be the real deal, and not some copycat killer or whatever.
Actually, hold on. There is one person who could have copied the Genocide Jack cases. Yeah, Byakuya, as I've said, for ages. Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Where is he? Bitch.
Here's my answer.
Bitch.
Byakuya, it's possible you could have found out, isn't it? You'd have no problem gaining access to classified government documents or internal police records. Plus, you'd already looked through the Genocide Jack file before this all happened, hadn't you?
Are you saying Mr. Togami did it?
Then the reason he pushed the theory of Genocide Jack being the killer so hard was because he wanted to pin the crime on her.
So, he rearranged the scene to disguise it and make it look
There's an
like
ad break
someone
incoming, so I will
did
not
it.
click until it's over. Or we shall wait. Because I'm nice, and I don't want people to miss. Really fucking cold in my room. Oh my god. Ad break for 55 seconds. I will sit. I might put a jumper on. I've got like my little desk blanket on, but still really cold because it's fucking freezing out. Wales is not a warm place. How's your day been? Mm-hmm. 20 seconds. And then we can get back into it. 15. Beat these up. I'm gonna have to decrease it. Turn them off. Throw them. Get rid of them. They do my nutting. Are we back? Yeah, we're back. Right, we're back. Yay! Carry on.
The adorable glasses man was behind it all! Oh, I'm on fire!
Well, Byakuya, what's your response?
Yeah, Byakuya.
I see. So now the suspicion falls on me.
I was suspicious of you since you fucking showed me the case, you fucking lunatic.
Then I must ask, when would you say I began acting suspicious? Surely you must have an answer.
Looking back and thinking about it now, the way you were acting right before we discovered the body was a little strange.
And the locker rooms. That's suspicious. Very suspicious indeed, wouldn't you agree? Huh? Suspicious. It seems nobody searched the locker rooms. Let's start with the girls' locker room.
You wanted to go to the girls' locker room right away, right?
I should have naturally thought of the boys' locker room first. Is that what you want to say? The victim was Chihiro, a girl. Hence why I said we should check the girls' locker room.
Nothing strange about that, I'd say.
On the contrary, there's something very strange.
Okay then, what's so strange about it? Go ahead, share with the rest of the class.
That was a clear contradiction of what Becky just said. I say it.
New element has been added to the non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more? Yes, please. Next, we're going to add something called the truth flashback. If you aim at a weak point and hold down the left mouse button, then you'll memorize that weak spot. This memorized phrase can truth bullet. If you shoot or change a truth bullet, it will disappear from your truth cycle. However, you can use this flashback feature as many times as you want. We don't seem to have the answer to a lie or contradiction in your loaded truth bullets. It might be wise to memorize a different weak spot and use that to make your case. When's the best time to flashback? Well, you just have to use your keen wits, won't you? Oh, but I'm dumb. But I'm so stupid. In this case, though I will say if you don't use a flashback, you won't be refuting anything. Well then, good luck and have fun. Oh boy.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body.
Mm-hmm.
But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the girls' locker room,
You absolutely take it! That's a natural reaction for any guy!
No.
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls' locker room first. There was no time for pointless
Oh no, I do know. I do know.
What's
I know,
so
it was
strange
that. I was
about
correct. I was just fucking slow as shit.
me with you?
I was just slow as shit. You didn't know. Nobody knew that Chihiro was dead.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before
Yes.
we found the body. But he was acting weird... how?
If you're presented with the opportunity to check out the... That's a natural...
The victim was Chihiro, who was a girl. So of course I would suggest we check the girls'
Yeah.
locker
Blah, blah,
room.
blah, 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 blah.
What's so strange? Wish you'd taken me with you.
Yeah, I know. I know.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of
What?
weird before we found the body.
I'm so confused. Oh, is it the other way around? Oh. No, I know. It's the other way around. I'm just fucking stupid. Yeah.
So, you said Byakuya was acting kind of weird before we found the body. But he was acting weird...
If you're presented with the opportunity to check...
That's a natural reaction!
The victim was Chihiro.
Yeah, it was the other way around. It's okay.
No,
Don't tell Billy to explode. How dare you? He should explode.
I'll tell you what's so strange about that. Because up until we actually discovered the body, we couldn't have known who the victim was. So your claim that you went to the girls' locker room first because Chihiro was the victim doesn't hold up.
I see. That's a good answer, I must admit. Interesting. Very interesting indeed. But your reasoning is still too weak.
Ow.
Huh?
What's wrong? Is that it? Surely you've got more than that. Go ahead.
Oh shit. I mean, also, Byakuya's attitude. It's like he didn't even care. I got him cornered, but he's acting like it has nothing to do with him.
What's the matter? You're not finished already, are you? There must be more to it.
There is. I think.
There is more to it. Think about it. We just talked about the differences between this case and past Genocide Jack incidents. The proof you're looking for is hidden in there.
Oh? Proof that I'm the culprit, you mean?
The differences between this case and the other Genocide Jack murders. Evidence that proves Byakuya is responsible is hidden in there. What could it be? Bitch, I don't know. I ain't got a Scooby or a do. Library desk lamp. Oh, no, I know. No, I know. How it went.
The difference between the cases? You want me to explain it again? When I want to kill, I use my very own special scissors. And I use those same scissors to arrange the body.
But Chihiro was suspended with... It was some kind of rope. Was it not?
That's right! It absolutely was!
Then there must be something very fishy indeed about that rope.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Byakuya, where'd you get it from, huh?
I'd never seen that rope.
Lie!
No!
You lie!
Actually, I'm pretty sure you have seen it before. Because, you see, that rope, or should I say...
Extension
that extension
cord.
cord? What? An extension cord?
Yeah.
Byakuya, you've used the extension cord in the library more than once, haven't you? And the same extension cord that was in the library all this time went missing after the murder. And there's no way someone who uses that extension cord as much as you do wouldn't discover that fact.
Then Byakuya must be the one who took the extension cord. I can't imagine any other possibility.
No.
That's really what you think? Then your conclusion is something like this? I killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, then hung her up and wrote that bloody message.
Yes.
I intentionally made it look like Genocide Jack was behind it.
Yes.
Is that about right?
Yes.
He's doing it again. He's totally calm, totally unconcerned. As if he's not involved. Wait, not even involved.
What's wrong? I asked you if you think that's what happened.
Hell yes, that's what happened. So that's it, right? Byakuya's the killer.
I don't disagree with not disagreeing.
He kept calling this a game, right? So he'd be totally willing to do something like this to win.
Sorry, but could we hold on just a second? I think we need to talk about this a little more.
Okay.
Huh? Do we really need to? We've already decided who did it.
I know, but still. There's something that's still bothering me.
Is that right? And what, pray tell, is still bothering you? I killed her in the girls' locker room, then disguised my crime.
How'd you get into the girls' locker room? You didn't.
Specifically, I dressed it up to make it look like it was the work of a homicidal psychopath. What about all that bothers you?
Wait. What was that just now? Something's not right. Your hero's bar was definitely found in the girls' locker room. Doesn't that mean... I really to accept that Byakuya said is the truth? No, I don't think so. There's definitely something off about that. He's the
I
crime.
got it! You say you killed Chihiro in the girls' locker room, right? But are you sure about that? Isn't it possible that the murder took place somewhere else?
How disappointing. What kind of question is that? Even in the world of disappointments, this is a true letdown. She was found dead in the girls' locker room. There is absolutely no question about that. How could the scene of the crime have been anywhere else?
Well, I think it's entirely possible that she was killed somewhere else, then carried there later, along with the rest of the murder scene.
The rest of the murder scene? That was awfully specific. Please tell me you have a reason for saying all of that.
I believe I do.
Hey, Byakuya, did I just take you off guard? When the story suddenly moved to the crime scene, Byakuya, who'd been so confident up till now, maybe Byakuya never even realized that the actual scene of the crime could have been somewhere else.
Hey, don't just move on without permission. What do you mean she was killed somewhere else?
Come on, Makoto. If there's any chance the murder took place somewhere else, let's see the proof.
Evidence showed the murder took place somewhere else. There was someone that was switched between the boys' locker room and the girls' locker room. The big bitch. That one? Yeah. Big bitchy
The
titties.
proof that she was killed somewhere else is the poster that's hanging in each locker room.
Your proof is some posters?
The poster in the girls' locker room was a picture of a big boobed supermodel. But don't you think that's kind of strange? Why would the girls' locker room have a poster like that?
It's not for the lesbians. No.
I bet those massive jugs of hers were totally fake!
Meanwhile, the boys' locker room had a poster of the super popular boy band Tornado. Again, that doesn't really seem to belong in a boys' locker room.
Well, you never know.
So you're saying that maybe the posters were switched?
And there's one other thing I noticed about the locker rooms. You know what I'm talking about. Right, Sakura?
You're referring to my protein coffee, aren't you?
Protein coffee?
While I was in the girls' locker room earlier, I spilled some protein coffee on the carpet. But I noticed that after the murder, the stain had been totally scrubbed away.
No, it's not the stain was scrubbed away. It was moved. Yeah, that one.
I got it!
That
The
one.
stain on the girls' locker room carpet wasn't scrubbed away. In fact, I found it on the boys' locker room carpet.
That's definitely the stain from my protein coffee.
Then, does that mean that the carpets were switched too?
Yup.
But why would anyone do that?
To move the murder scene from one locker room to the other. It's certainly plausible, don't you think?
What?
In other words, in order to completely swap the scene of the crime, the blood-stained poster and carpet were moved along with the dead body.
Yeah.
By doing this, the killer was able to change the entire room where the murder took place.
Hydrated.
I can certainly follow your reasoning, but why would the culprit bother doing that?
Huh?
Why would they go to all that trouble of switching the scene of the crime? Actually, an even bigger question. If the murder did take place in the boys' locker room, then how did Chihiro get in the boys' locker room in the first place?
Oh.
To get into the locker rooms, you have to swipe your e-handbook across the card reader device. But Chihiro's handbook should have only allowed her access to the girls' locker room.
Could have switched it with one in the mail, maybe? Could have taken one from the mail, right?
She had no way to get into the boys' locker room
The
to
ones in the
begin with.
mailbox.
No, she did have a way, and I can tell you what it was.
Oh, go on, hero.
I highly doubt that.
Shut up! I'm telling you, I know how she could have done it.
Is he right? Could Chihiro, I'm saying it right now, really gotten into the boys' locker room somehow? Yeah, with the mailbox ones. I know what I mean. Words. Broken book.
Is it really possible?
Yes.
Could Chihiro really have gotten into the boys' locker room
Yeah.
somehow?
Ah! I got it!
Mm-hmm.
She must have hacked her e-handbook.
No, not there. Someone pretty confident what I said? No, I'm just fucking thick. Sorry.
Is it really possible? Could Chihiro really...
She must have hacked. She was the ultimate programmer, after all. I'm sure that would have been no problem for her.
No, I don't think that's it. She used the thing that was in the main hall.
Huh? What thing?
I'm talking about Leon's handbook, of course.
Wrong.
No, that's wrong. No, I don't think Chihiro used Leon's handbook.
Why not?
Because Leon's handbook was broken.
Oh. Well, then, yeah, I guess that'd be pretty impossible, huh?
I love hero.
I am struck silent by how quickly you gave up.
Plus, isn't there a regulation against using someone else's handbook?
Actually, the rule states that loaning your handbook is prohibited. It says nothing about borrowing one. In other words, you could borrow a dead person's handbook all you want, and you'd be safe.
Yup, yup, yup! Hit the nail square on the noggin!
Of course, if it were broken, that wouldn't make any sense anyway.
So then, she must have hacked hers, like I said. She used her ultimate programmer skills and...
You can't fix an e-handbook. The instant you open one up, a security buzzer starts blaring.
Interesting.
So, if she didn't use Leon's handbook, and she didn't modify her own handbook...
Oh, is Chihiro trans?
Maybe Mr. Naegi's initial assumption is just... wrong?
Okay.
It seems like there's no way she could have got into the boys' locker room. So I guess so.
Okay then, I vote for Byakuya.
I don't know. Is that it then? Chihiro was killed in the girls' locker room. Byakuya is the one who did it, really? But still, I don't know what else I can do.
Hold on a second. I agree with you, though. I think you're on the right track.
What the? You finally decide to open your mouth and that's what you've got to say? There's no way she could get in the boys' locker room, right? So...
Why are you so sure she couldn't get in? There's still one other way she could have gained access.
Oh my god, is Chihiro a trans icon?
What?
What are you talking about? What other way is there?
Well, to explain that, why don't we take a little break from the trial? I'd like you all to come see something.
Wait. Just what do you think you're doing?
Don't worry. This'll make the whole trial more exciting. I'm sure that thought must please you.
Huh? It'll make things more exciting? Well, all right then. I declare an official class trial recess.
Okay, interesting.
For real?
A recess.
Now then, what is it you want to show us? It better not be boring or I'll be very unhappy.
My arm is just squeaky.
Oh, I have no doubt it'll meet your lofty expectations. So, shall we go?
Let us go. Before I even knew what was happening, the class trial had been put on hold. We headed off with Kyoko in the lead. And where she took us was... right, back here. Okay.
The girls' locker room?
We've already searched this place top to bottom! What are you trying to pull, Missy?
I'd like you to examine the victim's body one more time.
You want to check it again?
Be sure to examine the entire body very carefully. Take your time.
Examine her carefully? Like using our hands?
Gross.
No way!
It's probably best if I don't run my hands all over a girl's dead body.
It's not that I'm creeped out or anything, it's just based on religious grounds,
Mm-hmm,
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Very well. I'll do it.
But you're a girl. You shouldn't have to touch a dead body. Just let one of the boys do it.
No, it's okay. I think Chihiro would rather have a girl examine her. So just leave this to me.
Sakura. What is this? Some kind of secret girl-on-girl action? Is that what you two are about? That's not it at all. Stop screwing around.
Okay, here I go. I'm sorry, Chihiro. Please excuse the intrusion.
Bring your hands together in a brief prayer. Sakura then began to quietly examine her body.
Be sure to check her entire body, and I believe we will solve this particular mystery.
Her entire body? I know you say that, but... What? This is... What is this?
What is it?
Not possible. It's not possible.
What? Sakura's eyes were staring wildly at Chihiro's lifeless form, her massive frame.
This girl is
what?
Is a boy.
Trans icon, like I said. Okay, slay.
Ah, I see. So she was actually a he. Interesting. Thank you for confirming this fact.
What? You're joking, right?
I wouldn't joke about this.
Then it's really true?
What? Why is everybody so rude?
Chihiro was a guy?
Oh, what? You guys didn't know? Heck, I knew that right off the bat. Chihiro Fujisaki was totally a guy.
He was a cross-dresser? Oh, I'm really on fire! I wish I had killed him!
So that's what Kyoko wanted to show everyone, huh? Interesting. Yes, that certainly does make things much more exciting. Now let's ride this wave of excitement back to the courtroom and get back to the trial. I do apologize for keeping you waiting. Now then, let's resume the class trial. We've all just learned of the shocking revelation that Chihiro was actually a boy. Let's pick up from there.
Yes, well, I don't know his reason for hiding it, but the fact is, Chihiro was not a girl, but a boy.
Trans icon, I'm telling you. I think that Chihiro was actually a guy. I thought it never even crossed my
And
mind.
because the victim was male, he would have had no problem gaining access to the boys' locker room.
Assuming his handbook did, in fact, list his gender as male, then yes, that would be true.
Of course his handbook said he was a boy. He dressed like a girl, but he was a boy through and through.
So then, there should be no issue with Makoto's initial assertion. The victim was killed in the boys' locker room, and was then later moved to the girls' locker room. And the killer could have easily used Sayaka or Junko's handbook to get into the girls' locker room.
So Chihiro really was killed in the boys' locker room?
Yes.
I still don't understand the motive for moving the body, but yes, that does seem plausible.
So if he was killed in the boys' locker room and then moved to the girls' locker room, that means the person obviously knew then that Chihiro was a guy, but still tried to respect the gender thing by moving them into girls' locker room. So they cared enough about that, I guess? Maybe? Perhaps? I don't know.
Well, I must admit, I did find it rather odd. I knew he felt a little off. There was a certain incongruity to his female body.
This is the most titillating situation!
So now everything has been connected. All the mysteries have finally become clear.
Okay, well, connected or clear or whatever. We still think you're the killer, remember?
Very interesting. This has become very interesting indeed.
Ah, he's off in his own little world.
Sorry, moving. Chair is also squeaky.
What about you, Makoto? After everything we've learned, do you still think Byakuya's the killer?
No, but I do think he's the one who strung her up. Them like that. I'm just gonna use them for Chihiro now.
Well, without a doubt, Byakuya is the one that made Chihiro's death look like Genocide Jack did it. But I think he might not actually be the killer after all.
What? But aren't you the one who accused him in the first place?
He just seems to be too easygoing about all this. Like he's enjoying us solving the mystery. The way he's acting, it makes it seem like it doesn't have anything to do with him.
And you think that might be because it doesn't have anything to do with him?
No, someone else.
Plus, the evidence he left behind was a little too... how can I put it? Overt. He consciously chose to use the extension cord, knowing it could connect him to the murder. At least, that's how I see it. And Byakuya, when you found out the murder took place in the boys' locker room, it seemed to rattle you. And then again when you found out Chihiro was actually a guy. If you really were the killer, that stuff wouldn't have had any effect on you.
So that's your thinking, huh? Well, it bothers me that you don't have more concrete reasons, but it's fine. I guess I'll mark it as correct for the time being.
He's such a bitch, man.
Mark it as correct?
He's right. I am not the culprit. I just happened to come across the corpse in the girls' locker room and decided to alter it.
Are you fucking with us right now?
No, I am not effing with you right now.
I'm
telling you the truth.
Moment.
Well, I find it very hard to believe.
Go ahead. Find it very hard to believe. You're free to be executed along with the rest of us.
Don't push this.
If you're really telling the truth, then why? Why do you do that to his body?
My reasons hardly matter right now. Uncovering the culprit is much more important, wouldn't you say? Now then, If it wasn't me, who was it?
Well, I don't think I can say for sure without talking about it a little more.
We're seriously gonna keep going? We're all good, aren't we? I thought it was clear Byakuya did it.
We just were talking about how he didn't do it, motherfucker. Keep up.
No, I'm with Makoto. If there's any doubt whatsoever, we need to explore every possibility. Because if we're wrong, we all die here.
That's true. Very well then. I'm with you too.
Damn straight. Count me in.
Do you not have a mind of your own?
Of course I do. What am I, an ant or something?
Anyway, let's discuss this all as a group one more time. We still have time to make our decision.
Yeah.
That's very true.
Our lives are all on the line.
Excellent. Then shall we resume our game of hide and seek?
Yes. If Byakuya didn't do it, then who's the real killer? Who murdered Chihiro? There's only one thing we can be sure that we know about the killer. The killer was able to gain access to the murder scene, which means the killer is a guy. As the crime scene was in the boys' locker room, you would need a boys' handbook to get in. Since Leon's handbook is apparently broken, the killer would have had to use their own. In other words, it had to have been a guy. That's still not enough. I need to find some more clues. Make your argument. Less account.
Isn't there a single clue that might lead us to who did it?
Well, clues are one thing, but did nobody get a look at the killer?
I'm sure if someone saw the killer, they would have said something by now.
Perhaps someone saw the victim at some point. Even that might be enough for now.
Yeah. All we need right now is any kind of new
No? Oh, right, yeah, no, that's not. I'm thick. Yeah, I know. Contradiction, not just trying to.
Isn't there a single clue? Well,
Did nobody get... I'm sure if someone saw the...
perhaps someone saw the victim.
Yeah. All we need right now is
It's over. It's all over. You want to know who saw the victim? The killer.
No. Wrong. That's where I put it. I'm stupid. It's fine. I didn't lose.
I believe someone else did see the victim before he was murdered. What?
Now that you mention it, yes. I did see him.
Huh? Really?
Oh, but I suppose only Makoto knows about this. The rest of you had no idea, did you? That is why you're all making such ugly noises.
Whatever! Just hurry up and tell us!
It was last night, right before nighttime. I saw Chihiro in the dormitory warehouse. I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise.
A track jacket and a duffel bag? But we didn't find anything like that at the murder scene.
Yeah.
It seems likely that the culprit destroyed them to get rid of any evidence.
And that is when he said something that struck me as rather odd.
Well, I'd better be going. I'm kind of in a hurry.
Chihiro told me he was in a hurry. But why would he be in a hurry? Only if someone were waiting for him, I should think.
So, Mr. Fujisaki was on his way to meet with someone, and then they were going to work out together?
But Hina and I had invited him to exercise with us plenty of times, and he always declined.
Probably because he was afraid you'd find out the secret he was hiding, right?
Which means that conversely, he must have trusted whoever he was meeting with very much. Enough so that he was willing to risk his secret being revealed.
What a marvelous friendship! The point is, whoever he met up with is the culprit, right? So we just gotta figure out who it was.
But knowing what we know, I can't even guess.
No. You already have what you need to make the connection.
It's not fucking Fumi or Byakuya, is it, though?
Huh?
You know who the killer is.
It's either Mondo or Taka.
Seriously?
Who is it? Who's the killer?
Think back to the track jacket and duffel bag the killer disposed of. Focus on the details of these items, and it should become obvious who was waiting for him.
Are you sure about that? You really think we can figure out who did it based on 2 pieces of evidence that we don't have?
What? You want to track down some fingerprints or something?
Even if we had the equipment for that, we wouldn't know how to use it.
As was noted, the evidence is already gone. There's nothing to get fingerprints from.
Maybe, but we can make certain inferences if we just take the time to talk it out.
Okay.
Easy for you to say, but fine. Celeste, did you notice anything special about the bag or jacket?
The bag was just a normal duffel bag from the warehouse. All the bags in there are the same, so I can't imagine what would make that one special.
Well, if I remember right, there was a decent variety of tracksuits to choose from. Do you think there might be some connection between the culprit and Chihiro's jacket?
Perhaps. Let's explore that and talk a bit more about the jacket he took.
How do we don't even... Did you hear his track jacket really hold some clue about the killer? I mean, it's really hard to believe. Yeah, bitch, I don't know. This one I really don't know. Celeste's account.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Yeah.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Right.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Right.
My tracksuit is black.
Okay.
I don't even have a tracksuit. Cause exercising sucks.
I have a white tracksuit personally.
Right.
I got it from the warehouse, if you must know.
Okay.
Did any of that really help us get any closer?
I don't know what the fuck to do.
No way. Chance.
Fuck.
You heard him, right? What he just said without even realizing it?
No. Not really. Was it... I don't know. Oh, fuck. She's right. What he just said right now is really odd. How did he know something like that? No, what?
First of all, we know where Chihiro was headed. He was on his way to go exercise.
Yeah.
So next we have to ask,
Yeah.
why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
Right.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Oh, why did I do that? I don't know why I did that, and I don't know why it worked.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
Yeah, please explain. I know.
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuffing a tracksuit into a duffel bag, and then I assumed he headed off to exercise.
She never said anything about the jacket's color. So why did you say Chihiro's blue tracksuit?
Oh. Oh.
What are you? You just...
Okay.
Hey, Celeste. What color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
Oh, Mondo!
The only
Sakes,
one I
man.
told about any of this was you.
Then,
I will.
Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Once a criminal, always a criminal, I suppose.
Because I just... I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, that can't be it. The bag and
I have
clothes were
hydrated that.
surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died! That's the only talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night. He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
He stuffed the tracksuit into her bag in a hurry. It was almost like she was trying to hide it. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Mondo, man.
It would appear you've dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's why you said what you did. Focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew who did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Oh, okay, bitch.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
That's a good question.
We talked? I don't know.
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently. You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick. And after he was killed, you happened to refer to him as dude.
I didn't even notice that.
Once I picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
You noticed such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
Yeah, Mondo, you bit. There's gonna be an ad coming. So. I shall wait. I will not carry on. I'll make a wait. I'll be back. I'm back. Oh, the luck on that. Hold on, I'm gonna put my... Yeah. Push back in. How we go?
Mondo, was it really you? Did you really kill Chihiro?
Mike.
I didn't kill anyone!
Yeah, okay, man. Sure. Well, for Dindins, I don't know.
You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Because you are a criminal. You are.
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false accusation.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly come. That's what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, Weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Actually, you know, now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
That's great. Thanks.
Jeez, does your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... Here it is.
Hmm? What do you have there?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
Well, you kept that this whole time. You found it on the ground, right? Then it must belong to Chihiro.
I got it! We know Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
Monokuma says they're not.
You're right. They're not.
No, there we go then.
They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere?
Probably.
How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
Well, Leon got pelted with, what, 1,000 baseballs at 1,000,000 miles an hour. So, that's probably how. How'd the handbook break? There's only one possible explanation. It's weak point.
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point, didn't you?
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip, but I never told anyone what the weak point actually was.
But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession,
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness. You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
Yeah, Monokuma.
Huh? You're asking me?
Of course we are. Who else are we supposed to ask?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
Yeah.
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Yeah, that is kind of dumb.
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... when it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
Right.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
But the sauna then.
Yeah, because I found the handbook laying on the floor of the sauna.
Ah.
The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried.
Right.
That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around.
Right.
So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
I'd do shit in the sauna then.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
That is a mere trifling speck of knowledge.
Anyway, if you found the victim's handbook in the sauna, then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Indeed. Quite the mystery.
Oh, when fucking Mondo went in the sauna with his all his clothes on, he must have had his e-handbook on him, didn't he?
What if they found out by accident?
Yeah, okay.
What do you mean by accident? accident.
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that?
Mondo.
I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I do.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa! Seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Sorry, Taga. Had to be the one who wore the clothes into the sauna. It was Mondo. Where are you, Mondo? There you are.
Here's my answer.
I need to sneeze.
Mondo,
sorry.
Your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Sorry, Taga.
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform on. But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his uniform pockets. And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
Taka. I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Did I? Did I? I mean, it's clear it's him, but what did I find? Broken handbook, Cheerios handbook, card reader. I'm assuming a broken e-handbook?
Let's test Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Oh, incorrect.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
No way do you have Leon's handbook on you currently. My husband's handbook. How dare you?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
The broken handbook that was in the main hall, isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own.
He did take my husband's. How dare he?
After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's, yes?
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it. There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
So he can just yank it whenever he likes.
It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Great. So glad.
Well, Mondo, if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch.
Oh, why'd you have to do it, Mondo?
What's wrong, bro? Come on, tell him he's wrong. You are wrong. You have to be wrong. Everything you just said is wrong. You made it all up.
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Yeah. Yay. Right, so we Blah 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 blah. No. And then he... And then he... Right? Oh, fuck me. I'm assuming it's that one. That's the only one that makes sense, right? Right? Oh no, wait, no. And then... They... Maybe? Oh, I don't know. No, wait. He... Right. And then he writes the lust. And then... How do I... What did I do after they were done? When the hunger... I don't know what that is. Is that it? Yeah, I think so. No, we'll give it a go. Nothing wrong with giving it a go.
Let's take a look back to before the incident. Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct? At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
No. That was... Is that it? Oh, fuck me. Right, is that better?
You!
Can we be a bit speedier about this, please?
But how could the...
Right, yeah, okay. Right, the other way around. Oh, it was an open door. Oh, I thought it was just closed door. Okay.
Was really a he, which is why he was able to use
I could
his
not
own
see it very
handbook
well.
to gain entrance to the
It
boys'
is my
locker room.
bad.
Once inside, he met with someone there. And the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned. Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. Then, removing the bloody poster...
No. Oz. What goes there? Which locker room did the killer move the body to? Oh. That locker room. The killer took something from the other locker room. Switched out this. Oh, that's, yeah, he puts that up in there.
Here's exactly what happened.
Hooray, I'm dumb.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster, and finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course, but this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl. After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall. Using one of those, a boy could get into the girls' locker room without much problem. And that's exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated.
Because he's a psychopath.
So, after stumbling on the crime scene, he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work. He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter.
Because he's a psychopath. Click after what they've done. Oh, the sauna.
Here's exactly what happened.
MB. I'm not good at this.
Around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
Mondo, man.
Isn't that right, Mondo Arata?
What the fuck did Chihiro do to you? That made you kill them, huh? Huh?
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that Mondo is the killer. That already revealed itself early in the trial. I can somehow show where Mondo's handbook is right now. Once I do that, everything will become clear. A new element has been added to the bullet. Yes. Let's talk about like Fever Time, man. During a bullet time battle, if you press the space key, Fever Time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. I will not be doing that. And oh, okay. No, that's fine. Yeah, I will be doing that. You can push, yeah, okay, however you want. Destroy the opponent's verbal assaults. This only lasts until your focus gauge runs out, so make best your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got to access special time, right? We've also prepared something called Nega Time that your opponent can use. If the opponent activates Nega Time during the bullet time battle, your tempo marker will disappear, making it a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. I can hardly fucking hit the buttons anyway. If you were to activate Fever Time at this point, no, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. Okay, I'll keep it for that then. Surprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use Nega Time. Well then, good luck and have fun. Okay. I'm so definitely ready for this.
Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. I refuse to vote. Show me some evidence. You're wrong. I won't listen. I refute you. False. Show me some evidence. I won't listen. False. You're corrupt. Show me.
This should prove it.
Look yourself, B.
I did it. Wow.
Thinking so far is right. Mondo must have replaced his broken handbook with Leon's. In which case, we can just check each of our handbooks right now. Once we do that, we'll...
We don't gotta do that.
Huh?
Yeah. Yeah. I did it. I killed him.
Oh, okay. Well. Hold on. I will be back really quick. Sorry. What for it? Napton didn't. Feeding rice. Or 85 this time. I'm gonna buy so many things.
Bro, what are you saying?
I got no choice, man. After hearing all that, I gotta just give up.
Yeah, you
Go
do.
ahead, Monokuma. Get it over with. Ask for the goddamn verdict.
Roger that.
Wait! Hold on!
No
Alright,
waiting,
Taka.
no holding on. Time for the moment we've all been waiting for. Grab your lever and give it a yank! Who will you elect as the Blackened this time around? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one?
Big medals. I'm still waiting for my bass. Well, maybe you should buy your own stuff.
What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
Fucking Mondo, man. Why would you... What could Chihiro have done? Like Sayaka, I understood. She tried to murder Leon.
What?
And I ain't powering myself. I'd be in full pain. I understand why Leon did Sayaka, because she tried to kill him, you know. But why try and kill her? Them.
Uh-oh, this time it looks like you got it right again. Yes, it is so. The Blackened that killed Chihiro Fujisaki was Mondo Wada.
I want to have my food, so I can have for an hour. Okay.
In case you're wondering, the vote was not unanimous. Kiyotaka, there we go, chose the wrong answer. You're treading very close to the danger zone, Mr. Ishimaru. You need to be more careful.
I refuse to believe it. There's no way. No way he would kill someone.
Sorry.
Oh, Mondo.
What is this?
Why are you apologizing? Why? 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 Why did you do it?
Now then.
Well, it looks like Mondo's taken a vow of silence, so allow me to explain on his behalf.
Actually...
The story of the murder this time is the sad story of two men. Oh, but for anyone who doesn't really want to hear it, they can hit the control key to fast forward the text. Anyway, there was once a young boy, and his name was Chihiro Fujisaki. He had an extreme inferiority complex regarding his own lack of strength. You're so weak, even though you're a boy. He'd been hearing things like that as long as he could remember, and he couldn't overcome his weakness.
No more gays, yes. The gays are being broken up.
On the contrary, he tried to hide and buried himself further and further into that weakness. Take on a fragile form of a petite young girl. He had chosen that as his way out. Now nobody will be able to say anything about even though you're a boy.
Pardon me.
But no matter how tightly he wrapped himself up in that shell, the inferiority complex had already taken deep root inside of him, and that was not so easily weeded out. As it turned out, the shell was completely empty. The complex didn't disappear, instead it only grew stronger and stronger. I'm weak.
Weak, 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 weak.
Ambage.
Once the killing game had begun here at the school, he had no choice but to accept this fact. After all, this world is of survival of the fittest. If you're not strong, you do not survive. And then the lovely and hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of the embarrassing secrets, which of course included Chihiro's embarrassing secret, which I was more than willing to divulge. Even though he dresses like a girl, Chihiro is actually a boy.
Hey,
And that was something Chihiro couldn't let anyone find out, no matter the cost. If that was revealed, it would be the end. The hardened shell would crack, the armor would fall away. Without a doubt, those around him would torture him more than ever before. Everyone figured being thrust into such a dilemma must have sent him spiraling into despair.
What?
And yet...
I'm sorry.
Sorry. I didn't really want to talk about it right now.
But
I also don't want to leave things the way they are, so maybe I can talk about it later? After I try my best to become strong, then I can tell everyone.
Annoyingly, he used the threat of discovery to motivate himself to become stronger.
that's right.
Now's my chance.
I want to change.
I'm going to get stronger and accept who I am. Strong enough so that when somebody says, even though you're a boy, it'll be okay, I'll get better.
With that thought at the front of his mind, he resolved to take immediate action, and so... That day, he made the commitment to begin exercising. He was always prepared to retain his mind and body. But sadly, that would be the first and only chance he would get at it.
Hey,
When he decided to start exercising, he thought it would be good to ask for someone's help. But he wanted to tell that person his secret first, and then ask them to help him from there. And the person he went to...
Yeah, that's right.
It was me.
Yup, it sure was. The biker gang fella had been painfully clear about how important his manly promises were. So Chihiro probably figured that even if he confided in Mondo, his honor would make him keep the secret. Plus, Mr. Macho Mondo was the very symbol of a strong man that Chihiro had always aspired to.
Maybe talking to Mondo about it will help me get some courage. So he went and asked Mondo to help him become strong. That should be Kuma, I think. Not Chi.
That was his aspiration. And he thought that only with Mondo's support would he ever be able to come close to that.
Correct.
So then that must have been why Mondo did what he did. Keep the promise he made to Chihiro. Huh? Did what he did? You mean that's why Mondo carried Chihiro from the boys' locker room to the girls' locker room?
Indeed.
Yes, that's exactly what I mean.
Wasn't that to cover up what he'd done?
Certainly.
That could have been part of it. but I don't think it was the main reason. The real purpose was to keep the promise between men he'd made to Chihiro. But how does moving the body keep his secret? Because if everyone knew he'd been killed in the boys' locker room, then everyone would have been arguing about how she got in the boys' locker room, right? Once that started up, at least a few of us would have immediately begun to suspect his identity, so he tried to protect Chihiro's secret by putting him in the girls' locker room and stealing his handbook, see? Then Mondo did all that to keep his promise he'd made to Chihiro, who he'd also killed? Why would he do that? The more I hear you talk, the more I don't understand. I mean, you guys trusted each other, right? So why did you... Because no matter what, I didn't want anyone to know.
I knew it.
So that's what triggered it after all. The possibility of having your embarrassing memory and secrets exposed.
What is this?
That's impossible. Nothing could have been that bad. Something he didn't want anyone to know, even if it meant killing someone.
You're wrong.
It's impossible.
Don't make me repeat myself.
How many times must I repeat myself? To judge others by your own standard is the height of folly. Even if you can't comprehend it, he obviously can. That's all there is to it.
Well, while you're on the subject, why don't I tell you? The embarrassing memory, that secret he didn't want anyone to know. You know what Mondo did? He killed his own brother.
Oh. Okay.
Mondo, the ultimate biker gang leader that makes all the hoodlums and riffraff across the country tremble. But the only reason he had the chance to join a gang in the first place was because of a certain someone. Mondo's older brother's name was Daya Owada. Mondo had nothing but respect for him. It was because of Daya that Mondo even got on a motorcycle. Mondo's brother was his only family growing up. He was the only one Mondo could trust or respect. He wanted to measure up to his big brother, so he imitated him in everything he did. Mondo was the epitome of the starry-eyed kid brother. Meanwhile, the charismatic older brother had put together a local motorcycle gang, and before anyone knew it, it had grown into the biggest biker gang in the country. Daya, the older brother, number one in the gang, and his number two, his younger brother Mondo. In the beginning, everything was peaches and gravy. But then Mondo started to think about how he would have to take over the gang from his brother someday. His brother's greatness, his reputation, began to gnaw on Mondo's very soul. The kid's gonna take over for Daya, huh? Daya created this gang with his bare hands. Mondo's just along for the ride. Can someone like that really be our leader? All that'll do is make the gang look bad. Almost every day, Mondo heard the gossip and whispers from the other members of the gang. Which is why...
I gotta get stronger. Stronger than Daya. Once. Just one time. No matter what, I gotta win.
Fuck with me.
I don't care what it takes. I gotta come out on top. And on that night of his amazing brother's retirement ceremony, Mondo challenged him to a street race. But during the race, tragedy struck. The kid brother pushed ahead with reckless abandon, eager for victory, and dashed into oncoming traffic. But suddenly... laying in his kid brother's arms, the older brother delivered his final words. My bad, kid. I fucked up. Sorry. Of course, he knew it was his brother's fault, but Daya never blamed him for what happened. Hey, kid. The rest is up to you. No matter what, you gotta keep the gang together. Because it's the team, you and me put together. It's a promise between men. He decided to hide the truth of what happened from everyone else in the gang in order to keep the gang together and keep the promise to his brother. He could never admit to anybody that it was his own weakness that caused the accident, and as a result, the team was made even stronger under the banner of the kid who'd bested his big brother. Daya was gonna lose to his kid brother, so he got stupid and got himself killed. That became the explanation of what happened. Mondo's lie became the truth.
He wanted to lead the team so badly. So bad, he was willing to tell all kinds of lies about his brother.
I just...
I'm strong. Strong.
And yet, as soon as our killing game began, he realized, no matter how tough he pretended to be, he was just another weakling that could die in an instant. And then the hateful Monokuma announced the revealing of embarrassing secrets. At that point, it was clear I would have no problem shedding light on his secret. Mondo killed his own brother.
No matter what, I couldn't let the other gang members find out. If that happened, everything would have been ruined. Everything me and my brother had worked to create would have been destroyed. His death, all the guilt I've been carrying around, it all would have been for nothing. So that's why I... Mondo. After I saw what Monokuma had on me, my head filled with this kind of fuzzy unease, and it just started swirling around. I never felt anything like it before. I didn't even know what to do about it. I wasn't sure what to think or say, but after a while that fuzzy unease turned itself into a rock-hard lump of anxiety way down in my stomach. And it was right around then that Chihiro asked me to start working out with him. And right there, he told me a secret. Seriously? Jesus.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm sorry I lied to you. But why? Why now? Why are you telling me this all of a sudden?
Huh?
Because, I mean, you kept that secret all this time, right? If anyone found out, you would...
But...
You're right, but...
I want to change.
I wrap myself in lies. I'm weak. I want to destroy this version of me forever. His words were like a knife in my gut. I felt like he was exposing the lie I'd been living myself. I have to change. I don't want to be weak anymore. That'd break. No. Wait. Means I can chow down on some of my chicken and rice. Chicken and rice. Not chicken and rice and quinoa. Healthy. I hope either Celeste or Ifumi is next, because I dislike both of those people. And I don't want to deal with them anymore. How many people are gonna die in this, though? I don't know the numbers. How many people are left? Never mind how many have to die. Are we back? I think we're back. Right. I read that. You're so strong. It can't hurt you, right? Whatever secret Monokuma might tell us.
You piece of...
So what? You saying I should just say it?
What?
You're saying if I really am, should I just be able to tell everyone my secret?
Huh?
I was jealous. I was jealous of Chihiro's strength. He had strength to face his own weakness, to try and overcome it. It was that kind of strength I never had. So I was jealous of him. And that jealousy broke me.
What?
Are you making fun of me? I'm strong. Are you fucking with me right now?
No!
I'm not making fun of you. You really are strong, Mondo. I felt like I could hear something starting to creak. Something inside my head. What did he want me to do? What was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to just sit back and let my secret get revealed and ruin everything?
What's wrong?
Damn you!
Why do you have to tell me all that? Are you trying to rub my failure in my face?
I just wanted
No,
to...
I just really admire you. I admire your strength.
Yeah, that's right.
That's right. I am strong. Strong. I'm strong. Strong. Stronger than you. I'm stronger than Dyer. And that's very fucking twat, him. I don't remember anything after that. When I woke up again, he was laying at my feet covered in blood. I had a dumbbell in my hand and I was just staring down at him on the ground. Hey! I killed him. Oh.
I killed Chihiro.
Okay, bitch, start talking now, huh?
Even after all this time, I'm still just as weak as I've always been. And thanks to that, I did something I can never take back.
Mondo. He was normally so aggressive, so angry. He hid that weak side away from everybody. That was his secret. A weakness like that lived in a heart like his. Turned him cold-blooded. Damn it.
Look at him. You see? You're all just like him. For a secret from the past, for a memory. For that, he killed another living human in cold blood. He could cut free from his regrets, from the outside world. He doesn't know what true strength is. Do you see hope anywhere in there? 'Cause I sure don't.
You bastard! Just shut up, you son of a bitch. Go ahead, say that again, I dare you.
Okay, I'll say as many times as I want, is what I want to say, but unfortunately I can't do that right now, because the time for punishing is fast approaching.
Punishing?
It can't be.
You mean execution?
That's what I promised you, right? The Blacken that disturbs the peace will be punished.
Ridiculous.
Hold on.
Now then, I've prepared a very special punishment.
For Mondo Awada, the ultimate biker gang leader.
No, wait!
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time.
I said wait!
Sorry, man.
Oh, that's really sad.
I couldn't keep the promise we made. From one man to another.
It's really sad. Oh. You know what? I kind of wish it was big. God damn. Okay. Okay. The cage of death. Right. Okay. What's this doing? Okay. What the fuck? No. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? Okay. Interesting. Pinned him into butter. Right. Okay. Fair enough.
Laugh at death and your soul will forever be at peace.
It can't be. My brother. Another murder, another execution. Want to feel again. Everyone's lives are taken so lightly here. Feel like I might be going mad. Maybe I'll just let it happen. That's valid. That is fair and valid. As Taka's sad screams invaded our skulls, we were each forced to realize once again. But he, of course, he had to. What a disappointment. This is the end of the game. Byakuya. You're completely insane, you know that? A game? One of our friends is dead. Do you realize that?
Naturally.
Of course I do, because this game is life or death.
Hey.
I don't have anything to say to you. I don't have any response to that, except that
However,
I just don't understand why. Why'd you go out of your way to disguise Mondo's crime?
What?
Why? Isn't it obvious? Because it made things more interesting. His voice was calm, emotionless, like the voice of death. It filled me to the bone. Last night, when the murder took place, I was in the library as usual.
Honestly.
So you ignored the nighttime rule too? That rule never mattered to me. I don't recall agreeing to it.
There is nothing to be
Well, I don't particularly care. Please continue. The night grew late, and I decided to return to my room, which was when I stumbled upon him. Spotted Mondo coming out of the girls' locker room. After he'd gone, I looked inside and saw the corpse. What? You mean you actually witnessed the murder? He was such a fool. He didn't even have the slightest idea that I'd seen him.
Well...
So you're saying you knew who the culprit was from the very beginning?
That's right.
Indeed. But if that had been the end of it, how boring would that have been? I mean, what a waste of time to have the answer revealed right at the beginning. Which is why I decided to lend a little helping hand. I thought it would liven things up. You did all that to liven things up?
I see.
So after hearing about Genocide Jack from Toko, you decided to use that to create the fake murder scene. But damn, man. If we hadn't figured out who'd really done it, you would have been dead too, right? Well, obviously I would have revealed the truth before it reached that point, of course. Byakuya turned and looked me in the eye. I could feel his sharp eyes piercing into me. Thanks to a certain remarkable someone, it never did, and that I was able to perform an interesting experiment.
Interesting.
Once I decided to become blackened, I know who I'll have to watch out for. What?
Correct.
So that was your reason. Are you satisfied?
Indeed.
Yes, we're done listening to your story. Moving on.
Hey.
There's something I'd like to ask Monokuma.
What's this?
Oh, I'm up next.
You like to perform these elaborate executions each time, correct? My question is, why?
Do you like them? But you know, this punishment, this despair, is not just for you. All this punishment, all this despair is my gift to mankind itself.
What?
You're over-exaggerating.
I'm not over-exaggerating. These punishments are made to transform all hope and to despair.
What do you mean?
Mean. 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 Mean, 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 mean. Good grief. I don't understand why you have to pick apart every little stupid thing.
Whatever, it doesn't matter. In the end, I'm going to stand alone as the victor, and then everything will be revealed to me.
Ah, the noble son of a noble family. Truly, you understand me. Hoo hoo hoo. I think it's the start of a terrifying friendship.
That's enough.
Shut up. I would never stoop to the level of a childish criminal like you. Let me just say this. After I have achieved complete victory, you're up next. I'm going to find you and kill you, understand?
In the name of my family.
In the name of the Togami family, for which victory is foregone conclusion.
Ooh, so cool. It's like the main character of a video game or something. No trash mob for you.
I swear, whatever it takes, I will kill you.
Temper, temper. Sounds like someone needs a nap.
Monokuma's laugh peeled across the courtroom, and the curtain closed on the case of Chihiro and Mondo. But I knew that wasn't the end. The killing game would still continue, because the mastermind wouldn't let it end. For those of us who were still alive, our worst fears and despairs kept flying. It was that kind of despair that felt like a blind puppy in hell had more of a future than us. All of our courage, our effort, our friendship, it was like it amounted to nothing at all. It was the worst kind of despair.
Well, anyway, like I was saying, this is a pretty good spot. Yeah, a really good spot. Anyway, isn't it amazing how that girl went and killed someone before things even had a chance to get boring? Once things really get moving, it'll be like a roller coaster. There won't be any stopping it. Fear and despair charge forward at a speed nothing can hope to match. But I must admit, I'm disappointed. I went to all the pain and effort of making you part of the group, and you couldn't play your part. You do remember you were supposed to make the first move, right? Well, no biggie.
Okay.
Nothing we can do about it now, so just do your best to make things more exciting from now on, okay? After all, that's what everyone wants to see.
There's one thing I'd like to ask you.
As long as you don't want to know my measurements, fire away!
Who is it? The 16th high school student, I mean.
My, you really took me by surprise there. I know I said you could ask anything, but super denied, ultra denied, demonic denied. Because you see, that's my ace in the hole. And nobody'd be dumb enough to reveal that, right? No matter how close they were to their friends.
Okay, so there's one of us who's working for Monokuma. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. There's only 10 of us left. Fucking hell. To be continued. You received the crazy diamond present. Yay. I received the dead man's jacket. That is where I will leave it for today. Be back tomorrow. Same. Well, not same time. 3-ish, maybe. 3 instead of 3:30. Should be 3 tomorrow. And we'll go through probably until I might do a haul until we get like a cross trial and everything. Maybe depends how long that takes. Perhaps we'll see. Tomorrow, same time, 3 p.m. GMT, British time, because I'm British. So, right. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.